What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another day, another Wednesday edition of 30 NSG. On today's show, we're going to be talking about will Xbox publishing on rival consoles spark a revolution? It's an opinion piece from gamesindustry.biz. We're going to go over a Kingard video talking about the real reason DLC sucks. And I'm going to give you, after putting about 70 hours into Suicide Squads, and if you guys watched the live stream yesterday, I'm going to go over my thoughts of what this game needs to fix or add in my 70 hours that I've played Suicide Squad, because there's a lot good with the game, but there's also a lot that's missing that I think they need to address sooner rather than later. So we'll talk about that as well. If you like what we do here, we do this Monday through Thursday. We have conversations, we read the news, and yeah, we have a good time in the mornings here from 10 o'clock to noon Eastern, a little bit over noon. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to go above and beyond that, you become a member as little as $5. We also do uploads every single day, where we try to do uploads every single day. We do podcasts, and we also do live gameplay in the evenings, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday evenings. We finish off the week with Thursday's podcast of Generation X Gaming. Been doing that for 10 years, so not going anywhere anytime soon. So make sure you check out some of our videos, all of our videos, and I appreciate it. What's going on, Eclipse? What's going on, Dolphin? Z? Water? Robert Jones? The Dude? What's going on? Water says, what's up, guys? 30. We beat the lobby boss, and apparently the lag boss and Brainiac on what last night? Mastery 21. I think it was 22. I think it was 22. Was it 23? It might have been 23. Yeah, there was a lot of issues. There was a lot of issues last night. At that point, at the end of the stream, I was like, I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of over that fight. It was brutal. It was brutal. I'll bring up some stuff. We're gonna start off with the Xbox publishing on rival consoles spark a revolution. So let's start, shall we? All right, let me make sure. Back. All right, so will Xbox publishing on rival consoles spark a revolution? Microsoft cannot win going ahead with head-to-head with PlayStation, so it's changing the rules. Now, I haven't read this article. What we do here is we read articles, and I give you my opinions based on the articles that we read, and we have conversations about them. So, right off the bat, this article's title is what I've been talking about for, if you've been with my channel for quite a bit, for years and years now, right? So, it says, do you remember a code name for the Wii? It was called Project Revolution, which was a surprising moment and hubris for the company that also been sounding defeat again by PlayStation. Not only had Sony trounced sales of Nintendo's console for a second consecutive generation, but it had also extended the lead to Nintendo, had fallen further behind. Now, the House of Mario had been defeated. Now, Nintendo needed to pivot to something else. Sega, following the Dreamcast, had pivoted to a third-party publishing, and yet Nintendo had other ideas. It looked as a competitor specifically at what they weren't doing and who they weren't catering for, and went after that audience instead. So the Revolution / the Wii was a huge success alongside Nintendo's DS sister product. When the iPhone came out, along started to cater for the newly found casual audience more effectively and a greater scale. Nintendo pivoted again, bringing the IP, mobile, and building devices that were sat somewhere between the smartphones and high-end consoles with the Switch, right? So you can see now that we're in the future here, right? We're present day, and looking back in the past, you can see other companies that, this is their words, not mine, right? During the lawsuit that was happening, or the court case, I should say, not the lawsuit, when Microsoft was buying Activision Blizzard, PlayStation and Microsoft both stated that Nintendo wasn't a competitor, right? Because Nintendo took themselves and put themselves in a different category, and they were dominating in that category. So some fans still, Nintendo's reluctance in investing in higher specs with its hardware, but it lost that battle. And since it gave up going head-to-head with Xbox and PlayStation, it managed to release 3 systems that have each sold more than 100 million units. and notably 3 systems that outsold the PlayStation equivalent at the time. It was also through failure that Nintendo reached greater heights. Now, just like Nintendo couldn't in 2005, Xbox cannot beat PlayStation. We operate in a business where people are locked into their ecosystems, and PlayStation is where the trophies are, where the high scores can be found, and also when their friends are playing on it. And there's also a digital game library sits. The amount of time, effort, and money required to convince people to abandon one platform for another in 2024 is simply too high, and Xbox has also been defeated. So what does Microsoft's revolution look like? Whereas Nintendo took hardware approach to finding new audience, Microsoft is going deeper into how games are distributed and paid for. It's about things like Game Pass, smartphones, PCs, and streaming. Xbox believes in investing in these areas will help them find consumers like Nintendo and Sony are not reaching. This is exactly sounding like what I've been talking about for years, right? They've pivoted. I said they're not playing the same game anymore. They've pivoted to the Game Pass smartphone PC, and people think that's failing, which they're making more money. So obviously, as the Wii Sports of the Wii and the games themselves will play the biggest part of unlocking new audiences. Now, this vision doesn't just allow Xbox games to come to other devices, it requires it. It's just the platform. It has a prioritizing our where it can be built in its own ecosystem. It wants to regulators to force Apple to open up its system so Xbox can have its own mobile store. It wants to have Game Pass on many devices as devices as it would have it. And there's also Xbox Store or Game Pass offering on machines when the machine is effectively an Xbox, right? Like, you don't need the system anymore. You just continue pushing it out there to as many devices as possible. Unfortunately, this revolution is taking its time. Game Pass growth following an early spike during the pandemic has slowed. Streaming remains more of an idea than a realistic business prospect, and the mobile ecosystem remains closed off to the third-party app stores for now, and the game development over the past 5 years has been slow, impacting Xbox's ability to sell these propositions with high-quality, diverse games. Now, all the while, and games consoles are falling further and further behind its rivals, and putting all its games into Game Pass may be having a detrimental impact on the profit margins of these games. Now, again, we don't know if that's what it is because we don't know the numbers, right? But absolutely, it could be. Starfield attracted a huge number of players, 13 million in just over 3 months, but it didn't crack the top 30 in Europe, although it was number 11 in the US by revenue. Meanwhile, first of all, I don't think you're in the top 20 and not making a profit in the revenue category, but that's just me. Meanwhile, incredible games like Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush barely registered in the sales charts at all, and they all had great player numbers, but you have to wonder how profitable they were in individual product level. Now, again, I don't think Pentiment and Hi-Fi Rush were like these blockbuster type numbers to produce these games. They probably made their money back. Again, can't speak on facts or not, because to say their sales were good, but we don't know what their individual product level was for profitability. I'm assuming they were profitable because they didn't cost $200, $250, $300 million to make. So it says, so Xbox Revolution's moment remains a work in progress, and the existing console business is having a rough time. And speaking more broadly, the fight for attention is entertainment has never been fierce. When they consider those factors, the notion of releasing some of the games in the competitor platforms doesn't seem quite so surprising. In fact, that Xbox history is filled with examples or behavior, even going back to the beginning of the porting Xbox games to PC. When it acquired a Rare in 2002, it had inherited the team as specialized in making handheld games rather than closing the merging it or other departments. It allowed the team to continue making games for Nintendo handhelds right up until 2008. And personally glad they did. Otherwise, we might not have gotten majestic work genius of Mr. Pants. Okay, over the last 10 years, it stepped up considerably following the acquisition of Minecraft. Not only has Microsoft kept the game multi-platform, but it's also actively invested in other console versions. Minecraft is also a mostly successful third-party game on Nintendo Switch, and all subsequent Minecraft games, such as Minecraft Dungeons, were on all platforms released, including PlayStation. This approach is being mirrored by Call of Duty to get the Activision Blizzard deal past the regulators, and Microsoft committed to keeping Call of Duty on PlayStation for 10 years, but it's not just all promised to release on Nintendo platforms too. These were both promises for the company proactively made, right? Again, Microsoft is before the thing went through, they're trying to take Call of Duty away from PlayStation. They're trying to take Call of Duty away from PlayStation. They're like, no, we're not. We're keeping it on PlayStation because they just spent $69 billion and they have to make that money back as a business as fast as possible, because that's how businesses like to do, right? It's not like they're sitting back, kicking their feet up on the table and being like, we'll make it back whenever. No, they want their money back ASAP within, I would say, about 3 to 5 years, okay? Maybe 7, okay? And especially with microtransactions and everything, you want Call of Duty on as many platforms as possible because you want people to buy those $20 microtransactions. Okay. There are also other examples of Microsoft was strong advocate for crossplay between all the consoles, and it enjoyed strong relationships with Nintendo, ranging from having the characters of Super Smash Bros. And Ori series launching on Nintendo Switch. All of this can be explained away in a necessary, sustainable business decision, and you wouldn't expect Microsoft to risk making Call of Duty and Minecraft exclusive because that might cause more harm than good. Absolutely it would. Okay. The Ori series, as a 2D Metroidvania franchise, is perfectly suited for Nintendo audience, and who says no having a character in Smash Brothers, okay? Microsoft isn't the only one working with other platforms. Sony is proactively porting its titles to PC. And again, if you read the internet, if you go to Twitter, it's Microsoft, they're losing the battle because they're going third party. Meanwhile, Sony is also putting other things on PC. So what's good for the goose is not good for the gander, I guess, right? So Nintendo also has been developing smartphone games featuring some of the biggest names in order to find new audiences. These moves are not the same scale at what Xbox is doing, but it's still a significant change of what either business was opened up to about 10 years ago, right? I said this years ago. I said that PlayStation at the time wasn't porting their games over to, over to PC. I said they have to start putting games day and date on their PlayStation Plus, which they're doing now. I said they have to put their games on PC, which they have been doing now for about a year and a half. Okay, Nintendo put their games on the on the iPhone. Yes, they're not the exact same game, and there are microtransactions involved with, was it called Mario Kart World or whatever it is. Okay, but all of these companies are adjusting and changing with the ways of the time. Okay, it's not about just selling consoles anymore. It's about being a part of what's happening, being part of the culture that's changing. So the reports of some Xbox games may be coming to PlayStation, which traditionally been Microsoft's closest rivals, goes beyond all of that, of course. But the objective is the same. The overall console user base has largely stayed at the same size for the last 20 years. And this is about the 250 to 300 million across all platforms. And that doesn't mean there's 250 to 300 million people playing, right? Because there's also people, there's cross ownership across those platforms. Okay. It also says that multi-platform is just one way of doing this, and which all three companies also investing in TV and movie productions. Okay. And obviously, Xbox got the Halo show, and they're making Gears movies and stuff like that. Sony's making Gran Turismo. They're making other Last of Us shows. And then Nintendo's got the animated series coming out with Mario and Zelda and all the other things that they're trying to work on. Right? The fear from Xbox community is what impact the move will have on sales and hardware could effectively kill the console. And certainly putting games on PlayStation 5 is a risk, but when your business strategy is about going beyond the box anyway, perhaps a risk is worth taking. The Xbox console still has a selling point neither PlayStation nor Nintendo has, which is the ability to play Microsoft and Bethesda and Activision's library games for a monthly subscription fee. Right. Put it out there, get us comfortable with it and how they're going to change the landscape of gaming, because that's the way it's going in the future, right? I mean, there's people right now driving cars with headsets on their faces, right? We didn't picture this. Well, maybe The Simpsons did, right? A couple of years ago. I would expect that the balancing act in terms of what the games release on other platforms when console sales may not be Xbox's primary goal. But it remains as a viable business, and it also cautious of the monitor impact carefully. I certainly don't expect it suddenly to see all the Xbox titles launching day and date on PlayStation 5, although we will find out more next week. Now, Microsoft is putting itself in a prime position for the future leader in the business, but the future isn't here yet, and making games for other consoles could enable it to be generated strong revenue and even find new fans, which is also will afford for more time and tinker away on its own evolution. So I've been talking about this not only for years, but I've been talking about this for the last couple of days because now it's hot topic because everyone's talking about it, and the world is coming to an end for these Xbox fans that think that they're taking all the games away from them, and then also PlayStation says they're going to look. It's a case by case scenario, A game like Sea of Thieves, which is a multiple player, I should say, It's already crossed between PC and Xbox. So what's the difference if they put it onto yet a third console now? Or even if they put it on the Switch, let's say, right? What would be the difference for the people that are already playing it? Plus, it's been on the Xbox for about 5 years now, 7 if you include the early access period of it, because it came out in like 2008, if I'm not mistaken, right? So I think it's time for them to open it up to other people that could make them more money. Imagine that. Businesses wanting to make money. So it makes sense for Sea of Thieves if they do announce that Sea of Thieves is coming over to PlayStation, right? And I do believe it is coming because of the way they just changed Season 11, where they updated the game, where it's more first player, first newcomer friendly, okay? Then Hi-Fi Rush. Certain games, like the article was saying, like certain games like Ori make sense on the Nintendo Switch. So I can see a Hi-Fi Rush going over to the Switch, and that makes sense because maybe there's another clientele over there that's an untapped resource for Microsoft to make money off that. Microsoft is not against putting their games on other consoles, and other people looking at this saying Microsoft is going out of business, you're stupid, because Microsoft has Minecraft, and Minecraft is on all platforms, and that it's the most popular game on the planet Earth, okay, where it makes the most money and most people play it. It's like over 360 million people play Minecraft, okay? So it's out everywhere. Smart. Now Call of Duty, now they own Activision Blizzard. They want it on PlayStation because they want to make that $69 billion back faster than not, okay? So taking 70% of it, then taking zero of nothing is when they move it over to other consoles. So Starfield. Is Starfield coming over to PlayStation 5? Probably, but it'll probably be there within the next 6 months. So it'll be 1 year. Again, I don't know anything. I'm just assuming stuff, right? Maybe it comes out next week. Maybe it comes out 6 months from now. But that's 1 year after the game launched on Xbox. I think next week when they make this announcement that Microsoft is sticking exactly to the same plan, but now they're just saying it out loud to the rest of us, right? They're saying that certain games will come to certain platforms based on what the type of game it is. Right? If it's a multi-plat game or I keep saying multi-plat, but if it's multiplayer game and it suits it where other people can play this game and it makes a better experience for everybody, then they'll put it over there. If it's a single-player game, maybe it comes out on Xbox day one, day and date on Xbox Game Pass, and then 6 months later it comes, or 12 months later it comes out to the other systems, or maybe it comes out day and date on all platforms. Doesn't matter. As a gamer, you're a winner. If you're on PlayStation, if you're on Switch, if you're playing on the PC, if you're playing on mobile phone, more games for more people. This is what they've been saying now for at least 1.5 years to 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, right? But this is what they're doing. I said this 5 years ago, that they're not even playing the same game anymore, just like Nintendo is not considered playing the same game anymore with PlayStation and Xbox. They're playing in the mobile market a little less, and they have their clientele. Switch comes out. Nintendo has their next console. They're in their own category. PlayStation's now in their own category because they're sticking to the old school model console, keep selling the peripherals of the headsets, the portable devices, and all that stuff in that ecosystem they have. And Xbox is saying, we're going to the future because we have the money to do this. We have the infrastructure to try to do this. So that's where we're going. We're not going away from console, but this is not our main thing. Our main thing is more games for more people in more places. That's their business model. These are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Please make sure you share, like, and subscribe. And if you like what we do here, please make sure you check out some of our other videos. And thanks for watching. All right. All right, chat. Let me see what you say. Let's see here. What's going on, Mo? They've decided to make more money, and they don't care what the fans think about it. That's the black and white of it. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right, dude. I would say that the sounds it's still putting out their games early on Xbox. How that hurts fans. It doesn't. What's going on, Luke? Luke, did you happen to see near the end of the stream last night, I got some really good drops for my Harley. And now my grenade build is insane. It doesn't affect us personally at all. I'm a strange gamer who still plays 361 titles on my backlog. Well, new titles that interest me. You got Starfield Game Pass. Those are the magic words. Summoned out Mo. Mo came before I said that. What PlayStation title launched on PlayStation Plus? Foam Stars. Xbox console is going to become a Ghostbusters headquarters. I think, to be honest, a smart move. Just more money for Microsoft at the end. Everything is going to digital in the clouds anyway. Why not have as many platforms for the games as possible? Right. Jojo, what's going on? If everything is going multi-plat in the future, I will get only the PlayStation 6. Saves money on getting both the new PlayStation and the Xbox. Right. Like right now, if you're a PC owner and a PlayStation owner, you're pretty much covered. If you're an Xbox owner and a PC, you're pretty much covered. Let's see here. Smart move. Already read that. PlayStation doesn't own the devs behind Destruction All-Stars. It doesn't matter. It's... fuck's sake. It's games day and date. The people that come out with... games on Game Pass, they also don't own those, and they come out on day and date. Outriders? Microsoft didn't own them. They came out day and date. When we also said that PlayStation wouldn't come out with games day and date. Well, they did. Foam Stars isn't launched. Oh, you guys with your little semantics and shit. You guys like to nitpick stuff out. I love it. I love it. Business change, strategy changes. Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, they don't own the company. They don't own the company. But Foam Stars has a $40 skin. MLB The Show is day and date on Game Pass. Is a Sony game. Yeah, but what I'm saying, Charles, is that people said that games wouldn't come out day and date on PlayStation Plus, and now it is, right? They said never. I always say never, because it happens, right? MLB The Show, they said never would come to a third-party game, and then MLB has been on, this is what, the fourth year now? Third year? I think it's the fourth year. This is the fourth year now, right? But Sony didn't have a choice in that because MLB was like, we would like to make more money. But it ain't day and date on PlayStation. Mo, it is. Foam Stars right now is on PlayStation Plus. What are we talking about? MLB The Show? That's... what are you guys talking about now? MLB The Show is first party for PlayStation, and it's on Game Pass. They're a third-party publisher, right? Sony's a third-party publisher, just like Xbox is a third-party publisher. Titan, wait, 30. Me correcting you is nitpicking? You correcting me saying that they're not owned. The point is, Foam Stars, day and date, is on PlayStation Plus. That's the point. I didn't say MLB was on PlayStation Plus, Mo. Never said MLB The Show is on PlayStation Plus. Halo will be a PlayStation Plus, though. I mean, Xbox could do what they want with Halo. Halo multiplayer, to make more money for them, it would make sense if they put it on multiple platforms. Foam Stars is not launched. Oh, forgot. Is it not out right now? People are not playing it? This is not launched? People are not playing it? This is... Is this not happening live right now? This is not happening right now. Am I hallucinating? This is not launched. It didn't launch. People are not playing it. 1 month on PlayStation Plus for free. No one has to pay for it for the first month. This is not launched right now. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Twitch live right now. This is not launched. Got it. I got my story straight now. Thank you for correcting me. I really appreciate it. Well, no, it's an early access. No, veteran, you're not playing the game. It's impossible for you playing the game right now. It's impossible. It's not launched yet. I was wrong. Well, were you? Oh, it's very nice of you to come out and admit that you were wrong, Titan. So you just assumed that I'm talking about something that I also don't know what I'm talking about as you. Is that correct? You think I brought a story up and didn't know the thing was out? You decided to type stuff and said, nope, I'm going to prove 30 wrong. It's Spray Stars. Yeah. It's official, bro. You need a moving goalpost emote. Well, I need more people to get more emote slots. We're out of emote slots. I tried Foam Stars last night, but because it's not launched, I will try it again, though. I didn't like it. What's going on? So how is it? How is Foam Stars? Oh, what? Wait. What's that, Roadkill? As long as you have PlayStation Plus subscription, you have the game? What? Crazy. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. Day and date on PlayStation Plus will never happen. That's what people told me. They said it. They said that PlayStation will never, ever be like Xbox and do day and date on PlayStation Plus. And yet, here we are. Mark it down. It was yesterday? February 6th, 2024. Never happened. February 6th, 2024. Never happened. It's been happening for years. I don't care when it started, Jones. I said it before it started. I said they will have games come on PlayStation Plus day and date. They will put games on PC. There's people on this channel that are no longer in this channel and other people coming into the channel telling me it'll never happen. Krebsy says, shall I restate it again? Those comments got made for games like God of War, Spider-Man, and they said that live service games would be treated differently, hence they also launching on PC day and date. Oh, you wait. You wait, Krebsy. Games like Spider-Man and other games that are coming out in the future will be day and date on PC. Okay? And the stated games before MLB came out on Xbox as a first-party publisher going to third-party games, they said that would also never happen. They meant first-party titles. Oh, is that what they meant? You mean like MLB The Show? Got it. Got it. We'll handpick stuff out. MLB The Show, we'll put it over here. That doesn't count. God of War. I was talking about God of War, right? Goalpost. I was talking about Spider-Man. Goalpost. See, I don't have goldfish brain. Here we go. Move the goalpost. MLB The Show got put on Xbox because MLB, not because of PlayStation. Sure. Goalpost can be moved any way, which way you want to put it, Krebsy. PlayStation has a first-party title on a third-party game system. Whichever way you want to put it and move those goalposts. PlayStation is a third-party publisher. Just like Xbox. These are facts. I wish I had. Where's my glasses at? Where's my gamer glasses? I didn't clean my room. My mom forced me to clean my room. Otherwise, my room wouldn't be clean. MLB isn't a live service. It's a yearly installment. Are we kidding right now, Mo? Are we kidding right now? It's 100% a live service game. What are we talking about? Has this fucking chat lost their mind today? Have you guys all took batshit crazy pills this morning? You guys are... I don't know what the fuck's going on right now. It's truly madness. I'm gonna have to check. Is that really Mo? Is that really Krebsy? Is that really Titan? What's going on here? You guys are saying some stupid shit. MLB Show is not a live service game? Do I have to boot it up and show you? You mean the weekly cards that come out and the new people you can go for? That's not live service? I lost my last night, but totally sober this morning. I honestly, I don't understand what's going on. We got people telling me games are not released yet. We got other ones telling me games that are not live service games that are live service games. We got people telling me they're not third-party games because PlayStation didn't want to do it. You guys are fucking nuts today. MLB came out yearly. Should it just be updated? Yes, but it's a yearly installment with micros. Oh, you say a lot of crazy things, and I never ever say anything about it. But this is the craziest. This is the craziest. You think MLB The Show is just a updated thing, and it's not a live service game? Is that what you're going to stick with? Is that what you're going to stick with? I didn't say it's not third-party game. I was discussing MLB that's on Xbox. You also put a flag in the ground, Krebsy, by saying, well, PlayStation didn't do it. They got forced by MLB. The point of the conversation is a first-party game is on a third-party platform. That's it. It doesn't matter who made what to do what. A first-party title is on a third-party platform. Meaning, PlayStation is a third-party publisher. You know what it is? Live service, just not a games of service. I'm gonna have to get a goalpost moving here. Let's break it down. I don't play MLB. What makes it a live service? Why doesn't Mo think it is? A live service game is they literally have, like, Don Mattingly's coming into the game this week. You want to get the Don Mattingly card, right? Get the weekly card. This season. Like, what are we talking about? You think they might show Hi-Fi Rush this month on Nintendo Direct? Perhaps. Perhaps. Look, Hi-Fi Rush would make sense going to Switch. It'd be a perfect Switch game. It's early. Whatever you guys want to justify to yourselves for saying crazy shit, it's fine. Correct. Did I dispute that? No. All I did was bring up the light of reasons that the game landed outside the PlayStation ecosystem. I didn't say it's not third party. I didn't say it shouldn't be third party. Rebsy, the only reason you typed was to go against what I was said. All I said regardless of what you're saying right now. All I said was that PlayStation's a third-party publisher. And you're like, no, MLB is on there because PlayStation, not because of PlayStation. One console to rule them all. Krebsy, what would have been the difference if you didn't type it? Just a question. I said that PlayStation is a third-party publisher. MLB The Show is on Xbox, first-party title. And if you didn't type what you said up above, right, would I have had this conversation? You typing it and not typing it would have had the exact same outcome. Mo, I did say that. I said, you say crazy shit all the time. I know. I said that. And I said, what you're saying right now is beyond crazy. And let me put it this way. I make mistakes all the time. All right? But I'm just reading the stuff that's on the screen. And you guys come in, you tell me, no, that's not right. And I'm like, okay. And then we look it up stuff, right? So it's a problem to add info onto a topic so people can further understand things. Oh, for fuck's sake, Krebsy. Are we doing this today? Are we doing this today? In what form were you putting that MLB's on Xbox not because of PlayStation helps with me telling people that PlayStation's on Xbox? First party titles are on Xbox. What is this, fucking Twitter? Is this Twitter? We have to put the content thing at the bottom to tell fake news or real news? The facts are first party title on Xbox. Why do we need to fill in the gaps of why it's on there? Someone's passing around the stupid juice. I don't know what's going on today. I want to play Foam Stars on PlayStation 4, but all Sony fans are busy bashing Xbox. Wait, is there no one playing Foam Stars, Ray? What's happening? I don't know. One, I'm not covering Foam Stars. Two, I don't have a PlayStation to look at what the numbers are. I'll wait for the articles to come out. It takes 4 to 5 minutes for a match. Oof. That's 4 to 5 minutes. I thought the Foam Stars was going to be the next hit. You should cover Foam Stars. I barely hear about it. Well, Titan, don't worry. Krebsy will put it in chat for you. Foam Stars came out. He'll give you the context so people understand more about Foam Stars. I'm buying an inflatable goalpost. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it, Sarge. You're buying it for yourself. That's fine. I don't want one. Many PlayStation players didn't even know the game was on PlayStation 4. That's because PlayStation doesn't want you to play it on PlayStation 4. They want you to play it on PlayStation 5. Dave Rose says, I played it all day with the kid yesterday. Actually pretty good. We had fun. Took 2 minutes tops to get into a match. Argus says, I mean, I didn't watch much of it, but Foam Stars didn't look terrible. Certainly didn't look amazing either. I have no judgment. I haven't watched it. The 10 seconds to show Titan that it came out, that's about as much as I watched. So I can't praise it or shit talk it because I know nothing of it. You think that's what it is, gamer? The region? Like I don't want any game to fail. I don't want any game to fail. Unless it's Skull and Bones. No, I'm kidding. I don't want any game to fail. I don't want any game to fail. I want people to have good games. Right? I want people to have good games and play good games. All right, the next thing I want to watch. We're going to watch Kingard's video. It's a big ass bath party. What, Foam Stars? Okay. Kingard has a video here called The Real Reason DLC Sucks. Okay, The Real Reason DLC Sucks. Because we don't have DLC anymore. Is that what is going to happen? All right, here we go.
What is the worst trend that you've seen in gaming in recent years? There's a lot of
broken games, buggy games, release games that are not done yet. Did I hit it? Is that what it is? No?
them, no doubt, but in the last 24 hours, I saw something so egregious, so heinous, I stopped editing my Red Dead Online video just to make this one today. Downloadable content, or DLC, has degraded in quality so much over recent years, it gives the MCU a run for its money. It really doesn't take a crystal...
That's actually a pretty good comparison. That's a pretty good comparison. Comparing what DLC has become to what Marvel's the Marvel Cinematic Universe has become. It's actually really good.
Ball to be able to look back and see that not that long ago, DLC usually meant we got content. Maybe we got story content, maybe we got new maps. It was...
Can I just say, this part right here?
Meant we got content. Maybe we got...
This right here, Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare, hands down one of the best DLCs. Okay. Best DLC probably in any game. I loved it. Loved it.
Story content, maybe we got new maps. It was some kind of addition that gave a new experience. It was a little controversial in some cases, sure, but it was always understood that DLC content was more expensive because it took more effort to produce. And DLC like cosmetics were cheaper because they took less effort to produce and there was less value there.
That's exactly right. Okay. Why do we like DLC is because back in the day, before there was online only, DLC was the only way the games were updated, right? So you had a game that you liked, and then they came out with DLC, downloadable content, and you're like, we're going to charge $15, $20, $25, maybe $30 for this. And we were like, ooh, that's cool. I get more maps, more story, more gear. And we were all like, this is great. I like this game. I love this game. I want to keep supporting the developers because they made this really cool game, and I want to keep paying to keep playing more of this game. And then the microtransactions came in. And then what Kinger just said was that it was less content, right? So DLC came out, and then the microtransactions came out. And you would think like a skin would be like $1 because it's called a micro transaction, but that's not what it is. They're like mega transactions, right? Now you're paying, hell, even Suicide Squad, you're paying like $30, $40 for a complete set of skins, right? Now they've taken the microtransaction And they've even narrowed it down to even more, where you used to get an outfit for like $5. Now you get the head for $5, and you get the torso for $5, and you get the pants for $5, and you get the shoes for $5. But if you buy them all together, they give you on a discount because we really appreciate you. We give you the $15 instead of a $20 skin, right? Because you get 4 pieces on sale today only if you buy it in the next 5 hours, right? More effort goes into the skins, even though less effort goes into the skins, and less effort goes into the DLCs.
Take Arkham City, for example. $12 for 2 content packs or $5 for 6 skins.
$5 for 6 skins, that's a pretty good deal, right? It's less than $1 a skin. That sounds really good.
Content more valuable, cosmetics less valuable. Math. And what absolutely vile trend has crept its way into the industry since then? Well, let me give you an example that is as recent as yesterday. Several months
Yesterday. When was this video? When was this video? 6 days ago. Okay.
ago, the campaign and art team at 343 Industries were laid off, making it pretty clear that no campaign DLC for Halo Infinite was on the way. At a recent HCS tournament, a fan who mentioned wanting some campaign DLC got the microphone snatched away from him like he was Tommy Wiseau at the Golden Globes.
My name is Evan Yang, and
Hi, Evan Yang. How are you?
I really like that new map. I'm
Good. Thanks. I appreciate you liking the new map.
really excited for Season 5.
Awesome. We're all excited for
I really
Season
like
5.
the customization, but I'm still praying for campaign DLC. That's what I'm looking for. Hopefully one day.
Yeah, I'm gonna
They're like, he said the magic words, campaign DLC. Take that shit away from him.
cut you off right there, Evan. No, thanks.
Then,
Thanks, Evan. Here's a sticker. There's not going to be any campaign DLC coming. We're making a lot more money off the cosmetics. Thanks, Evan.
about 2 weeks ago from time of recording, 343 announced that Season 5 would be the final season of Halo Infinite. They weren't
Final season of Halo Infinite. What's happening with Halo? See, I'm like Titan right now underneath a rock. You didn't know about foam stars. I didn't know they're shutting down. Are they shutting down Halo Infinite? What's happening?
dropping seasonal content anymore. Instead, they're going to dial it back and release smaller updates
Ah, okay. Okay, they're not shutting it down. They're just doing less content.
while they supposedly get to work on the next Halo game.
Oh. Sorry to pause you on that, Kingard. That makes sense, right? We're making Halo Infinite that was supposed to be like a Destiny game, but then didn't become a Destiny game, and then it was supposed to last for 10 years like Destiny, but it's not going to be Destiny that lasts 10 years, and it only lasts 3.5, and now we're going to go work on the next Halo game. Am I all caught up now? Okay, got it.
Never fear, Spartan's content update 29 is on the way, and it's gonna be great. Sure, we're gonna scale back on content that alters the game in any way, but have you seen the store? $38
$38.
for a cosmetic bundle. Buy. You don't want to be a chump that's still wearing the $20 CE armor.
Don't want that. You can't show up in the battlefield with a $22 skin from last year or last month. You guys are freaking noobs if you're wearing that stuff.
The $30 flood bundle, do ya?
That's right. You got to get the $28 bundle. You can't wear that $22 bundle.
No, you want to look good while this game spends the next year or two fizzling into the abyss.
Oh, why couldn't she move over for Jack? Can we talk about that for a second? Fucking door's big enough. The door was big enough, bitch. Move over.
To summarize the trend that I'm talking about, the ratio of prices of DLC content and DLC cosmetics has flip-flopped. It has flipped so much, studios are more likely to drop cosmetics that are as
Yeah, I really want this skin. Hold on a second.
It has flipped so much, studios are more
Yeah, because I really want that skin to go to that. That's the hot skin right there. How much for that skin? I want that skin. I want. Show me what we got here. Oh yeah, look at that red gun firing. Because all I see is the tip of the gun when I'm playing in a first-person shooter
cosmetics
game.
that are as expensive as a full-blown game than to make any new paid content at all. And it's not just Halo. Pretty much every live service game nowadays
Suicide Squads. I'm loving Suicide Squads, but man, at least it's third person. At least it's third person.
whether it's free or fully priced, are spitting out battle passes, skins, and other cosmetics like sunflower seeds at a rodeo. There are still some games that offer some good paid content. Remedy Games comes to mind. Their DLCs usually cost about 15 bucks each, and they give new gameplay and narrative stuff, but that is an anomaly in
That's correct. That doesn't happen. That is the unicorn of video game content nowadays. DLC.
today's gaming space. Well, thank God, not every studio sees Call of Duty charging $20
Is that a fucking thing? Is that a thing in Call of Duty right now? There's people running around in Call of Duty with a rubber duck mask? Holy shit. Boy is Call of Duty fallen. Boy is Call of Duty fallen. I have a question. I have a question. This is first person still, right? This is first person still? Call of Duty is first person still, right? So you don't actually get to see your character in third person, unless there's a third person mode. I know there's a game mode. Right? This is amazing. Dude, did you get that rubber duck costume? I paid $20. Is that what he says? $20? Hold on.
in today's gaming space. Well, thank God, not every studio sees Call of Duty charging $20 for a duck outfit and says, hey.
Oh my God. There's no problem. There's no problem. Don't tell me how to spend my money. I'll spend my money on a first-person rubber duck outfit that I can't see, so other people can see it. You're literally paying for other people to see your shit. Amazing.
That looks terrible. I want to be terrible too. But the real point to drive home is not that just cosmetics are expensive. It's that there's a direct correlation between cosmetics being more.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on, King. What did you say there?
That looks terrible. I want to be terrible too.
I want to be terrible too. Yeah. Okay.
But the real point to drive home is not that just cosmetics are expensive. It's
But they are. but they are.
that there's a direct correlation between cosmetics being more expensive.
I have a question, right? Battle passes are $10, right? $10. And a skin is double that. One skin, double that. 1/3 of the video game, double the battle pass. The battle pass has like 100 skins in it or some shit, right? Like 20 skins, 30 skins. Okay? For $10. And yet the skins cost double, triple of the battle pass and yet 1/3 of the video game. Like what is happening? I feel like the gaming industry was like chat was about 20 minutes ago. They're going crazy.
And less games releasing meaningful DLC content. But this isn't the fault of the studios. Would you like to hear whose fault it is?
I know whose fault it is. And pick me. I have the answer. I have the answer, Kingard. I know whose fault it is.
It is? It might hurt someone else.
I know. Chat, do you know whose fault it is? I know whose fault it is. Do you know whose fault it is? I know you do. I know you do. Here it comes. Are you guys ready? I'm gonna say it's our fault.
Out there's feelings. Are you sure? All right, here's whose fault it is that
Are you sure? You sure you want to hear me to say it? We know.
DLC sucks now.
It's you!
It's
I love it. I love it. That's the greatest. Oh, man. Absolutely great. I love Kingard's editing.
it's us. It's the players for allowing this to go on for as long as we have. Studios would only
And I have to find this right here.
It's
We have to get this shot right here of the bear pointing at people when they come in and complain about how games are broke, buggy, unfinished, and cosmetics cost way too much.
you!
It's us. It's the players for allowing this to go on for as long as we have. Studios would only have the audacity to give us broken launches and bare-bones live service,
Because they can. Because they can.
but higher cosmetic prices if people out there are
Remember, okay, again, I'm liking Suicide Squad, okay? But the next topic is about Suicide Squad, things they're missing in the game, okay? And we'll get to that in a second. But Anthem came out. It was broke. It was buggy. You could not connect. You could not get into a match. You couldn't even get into your single-player game because it was always online, okay? And yet, that cosmetic store, baby, churned and burned. Every single day they put something new inside that store, and every single week they refreshed it. Okay? Marvel's Avengers. Broke, buggy, glitchy. I couldn't finish the actual campaign because the game was broke, and yet that cosmetic store churned and burned, baby. It was like a train in England. It didn't miss a spot. It was like 12 o'clock, bam, arrived. Here's your new skins. Okay? Destiny, broke, buggy, glitchy, doesn't matter. We got new cosmetic skins coming to the store. That store works. The game, we'll get to it.
Are still buying this kind of garbage. Why would a studio invest months or even a year into developing
What Tasmo says, he called me out. Dang it. I'm going to go play some tabletop games now.
some kind of meaningful extra content for, I don't know, $30, when they could just have some aspiring intern spend a couple days making a cosmetic they're gonna sell for $40? We don't get to complain about Halo Infinite not releasing campaign DLC, while at the same time shelling out $38 for a dress-up Barbie option. It is simple cause and effect. If tomorrow a baker found out that he could sell a whole cake for $30, or each individual
Oh, damn. Don't give him any ideas. Oh, god damn it. Can you imagine going to a bakery? Oh, wait, I've been to some of those bakeries before. I've been to some of those chocolate shops that give you like a little piece of chocolate and it looks like a piece of glass. And you're like, I'll have one of those and one of those. And you're like, I have 2 pieces of chocolate. You go to the register, like $32. You're like, what? For what? Is this like an orgasm in a little pill? What is happening?
chocolate chip for $30, what do you think he'd start dishing out? And in between mouthfuls of that baker's subpar cocoa crust, someone asks,
"Hey, when are you gonna take the time to come out with your next cake?"
Right, we're not. We're not coming out with it. Why would I come out with when 100 people have to work on a game and it takes them 6, 8 to a year to make the DLC, and you're gonna pay $40 for that DLC, and like I don't know, 2 million people are gonna pay for it, or we have Julio in the closet that we paid as an intern to pump out some cosmetics, and we sell that for $20 a piece, and we sell 2 million copies of it. What do you think they're going to do?
Never. The
Poor Julio.
answer is never. Why
Or went out for Julio.
would he bother? Not until people stopped buying the chocolate chips and demanded a cake would he even consider putting effort into his products again. When Fortnite first rolled out, the big pitch for buying some of its cosmetics was, hey, the game's free. $10 for a battle pass doesn't hurt. But now we're seeing games that already have a $70 price tag using the same systems. Looking at you, Diablo 4.
I see you, Diablo 4.
Again, this kind of greed wouldn't exist in games if it weren't working. AAA gaming's gone full onceler. It's gotten a taste for our trees and it ain't stopping.
Yeah, I have an issue with Battlefield 2042. The reason that it's continuing, because why they fixed it, is because they lied. They lied. EA, Battlefield, DICE, they lied. And they brought a game out that was broke, buggy, unfinished. And they took the next 18 months to fix that game. Okay? To get it back to the point where it should have been at launch. But the joke's on us, because the people bought that game for $120, I think it was. 120, 125, maybe even more than that when it first came out for pre-order. And they got your money up front. And they got a lot of money up front. And they went, well, there's a lot of player base there. If we got their money up front, but now there's not people playing the game, how we make money on the game? Well, we got to fix this game, right? Which is planned that way. So they're listening. So they can fix the game. And they're like, oh, see, they care about us.
So there's nothing left. Why are you coming off as so combative, Kingard? Nobody actually wants to support greedy game studios.
But they do.
Let me show you something. I do not condone harassment. I am only commenting on opinions posted on a public forum. Earlier today, I posted a mini tirade in my community post about...
Okay, let's see what he says here. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm still buying $38 cosmetic bundles, you are actively contributing to making AAA games worse for everyone. My money, my choice, clowns. Last bundle was $30, which was also absurd. But it must blow the doors off of 343's money vault for them and have the audacity to ship something like this instead of actual content. You don't get the upset about your campaign DLC. It's also buy into the slog of the same time, cause and effect. Now,
about Halo Infinite's new store items. Feel free to stop and read it for
I did. See? I got you.
context, but basically I said, this is on the players for buying 343's previous expensive slop, which encourages the studio to keep upping their prices and ignore meaningful updates. And here is what some clown, some bot, some NPC of a commenter had to say about that.
Oh, thank God. I was worried a white guy on the internet wasn't going to tell me what to do today.
They got that Dark Presence Saga Anderson
Oh, man.
energy. Now, normally I don't blow an angry load over just one comment. Unless they outright lie about what I said in a video to deter people from watching it.
Who does that? What commenters and people take stuff that you didn't say and take it out of context? I don't know. That's never happened to me before.
But this one perfectly encapsulates the sheer ignorance of so many gamers out there. Getting defensive when someone dares suggest they are the problem, and in the case of this particular sheep with a keyboard, focusing on the race of the person spitting the facts rather than the facts themselves. I swear, some people could be told, hey, don't walk into that lava pit, you'll burn.
Yeah, don't tell me what to do, Kingard. I'm going to walk barefoot into that lava pit, and then I'm going to complain that I'm burnt.
And out of spite, they'd dive in head first because they'd feel in control when they melted. Players are both the problem and the solution. And I know people get tired of hearing vote with your wallets, but getting tired of hearing something doesn't negate its
That's right. That's right.
accuracy. If we don't like low effort cash grab DLC getting pumped out, don't give them our money and they'll stop. When a studio does something to deserve praise, whether it's
You know what happens? Here's a really quick way of describing this. If your local gas station is extremely expensive, like we're talking like $1 higher than everybody else, okay? If you don't get gas at that station, you know what's going to happen? That gas station is going to lower their price. And it doesn't take very long for them to change their price. No cars come and get gas. That person's going to lower their prices. Why? Because they want to get people into their gas station. Because if there's no people pumping gas for that expensive price, there's no person walking in to buy that drink, to buy other things in that store. So they lower that gas price because they'll take a loss there and also make the problem sell the solution type of thing. Well, I want people to come back, right? So they'll lower that gas price, and it doesn't have to lower that much either. It just has to get enough across the street. If someone says $1 and it says 99 cents, they'll be like, going over there. They'll literally drive a half a mile down the street where they can't make a U-turn and come back just for the save that penny.
AAA, indie, or anything in between, let's celebrate and enjoy it together. To avoid further offending anyone, I could say,
Like what you like, don't listen to me.
but this isn't about liking what you like. This is an objective observation. Studios are losing the incentive to make good DLC.
That's correct. They don't have to, okay? They don't have to make the game better. They don't have to make DLC. Case in point, Grand Theft Auto. Because of online and because of how much money they're making there, they canceled the DLC for that game. And for 10 years now, they've been supported off of just the online stuff.
Because they're still getting rewarded for the boomer projectile vomit they're dishing out instead. Studios like 343, Activision Blizzard, and EA should be ashamed of themselves for trying to pass.
They can't be ashamed of themselves. They're an entity. You got to remember, Android Wilson is a human that we see as EA. But the company is like the man, the government, right? They have no pulse. They don't care. It's a machine that just does what it does.
Pass off changing some polygons as content, but at the same time, we as players have to recognize that buying this crap makes AAA gaming worse for everybody. Hey,
Right. AAA gaming worse for everybody, and AAA gaming prices are going up, skyrocketing through the roof because they're making the graphics better, but they don't do like the deep storytelling anymore. They don't do any of that stuff. They do the bare minimum. Okay. And this is not talking, I'm not talking about live service games. I'm talking about just AAA games in general. Okay. Companies would rather just put out that bare minimum. Okay. And the prices are extremely high now, $300 million and plus for games that are coming out in the future. And it's unsustainable for that. Well, how do they subsidize that? Well, they got to get you in there. Here's the base game, right? And then they'll sell you microtransactions on the back end, right? Right? Gas. Here's the gas price to get you into the gas station. Okay? Making money off the gas. And then they're getting you in there for the microtransactions inside the store.
Halo stopped caring about good content because players buy skins. COD stopped caring about good content because players buy skins. And EA stopped caring about content because players still buy their loot box player packs. This is why the my money, my choice argument is nothing more than self-glazing.
For doing absolutely nothing longer than anyone else, this trophy's for you!
It's not just about you. You're making gaming worse for everyone.
No, I'm not, Kingard. No, but I'm having fun. I'm having fun.
So yeah, that's why DLC sucks now. Anyway, I felt like getting that out today. Whenever I'm done with the Red Dead Online video, I'll put it right here. Until then,
go check out Kingard's video. We watch him every once in a while. He's on the show every once in a while. I think he'll be filling in for Sarge on the 15th next week. So not this Thursday, but the following Thursday. Because Sarge is, I think, busy with work or whatnot. So the community should feel bad. The company just wants money. You're in charge of giving them the money. Right. All right, let me read what you guys are saying. Let me lower this real fast. This is why I'm happy with Suicide Squad. DLCs are free. The studios need to realize that the content is free and the cosmetics can cost money. Well, here's the thing with that. And the only problem I have with the free content, instead of charging for DLC, right? I'm a person, and I know you're pretty new in my channel. I don't pay for microtransactions. I don't partake in microtransactions. Okay. If I can earn the currency in the game, I'll use the free currency I get from your battle pass or whatever else to use towards the actual thing. Okay. But the problem with video games now, and in the method that I have a video talking about this, right? Anthem and Marvel's Avengers are the same business model as Suicide Squad. I don't like that the content's free because right now you can see what's happening real time live. Suicide Squad is being pushed back against, right? I have 70 hours in this game. I like it, right? I'm enjoying myself with Suicide Squads. But the problem with Suicide Squads is if it doesn't make the initial sales that it needs to make off the bat, if that's 5 million copies to be good, if it's 7 million copies to be good, I'm sure it's probably more towards the 7 million part, okay? I'm assuming that they're going to start hurting. Even though the content's made for them, they're going to have to figure out what's happening here because right now, if they didn't make enough sales up front and they're not charging for the DLC that's coming out and they're only setting on the battle pass and the cosmetics are pretty expensive. Sure, you're going to get sales of those cosmetics. You're going to get people that are fans of the game to buy the cosmetics, but is there going to be enough people to buy the cosmetics where all of a sudden now they're like, well, the game didn't sell well and there's not enough people buying cosmetics, but the content's free and it's only around for a year. That's it. The game is done. Okay? Now, if there was DLC and they sold it like that, where you could play the base game, and then all of a sudden, they keep bringing people in. The people are fine. They keep adding, like, the Joker and Killer Frost or whoever you want to add into the game, okay? Because that's not content either. The story, the story of Scarecrow and Two-Face and whoever else they have down the line, that's story. And I, as a consumer, if I'm enjoying the game, I would give them $15, $20, maybe even $30 for a pretty good 2, 3, 4 hour extra content to add to the game. Where if I was a person that liked that Two-Face, then I would buy that comic. I would buy that episode to play it, right? And if I wasn't a fan, then I wouldn't buy it, right? That's the problem with the free content. Obviously, as a person that likes the content, you're like, oh, cool, I don't have to pay for anything, and it's going to be great. But if they didn't make enough sales up front, and they don't make enough off the game or the battle pass or microtransactions, they're gonna reconsider it or shut down the game pretty fast. Now, I think it'll be around for at least 2 years, year and a half, 2 years. Let's see. Modern Marvels is around 2005. Gas stations make about 4 cents per gallon. The community should feel bad. The companies also just want the money. I already wrote that. Minimal viable product, bro. Grand Theft Auto credit all the stuff they add for free is actually does have cutscenes, voice acting, and all that. Sure, Eclipse, but it's not the traditional DLC. In the very beginning, Red Dead Undead Nightmare, one of the best DLCs you could buy, right? Some of the best DLCs you could buy. But that's a lot of work. And they do the bare minimum over here in the online version. Not saying they don't work. It's just doing less work for the same amount of money. Suicide Squad is not free to play, but it's also an idea for free content and live service. Sure, right? You got to buy it up front, and then it's all right. Pay $70 for the entire content that they're breaking apart across the year and a half, or don't buy it. Wait till the end, pay afterwards once the content's all out. I feel like people will flock to the game once they add Joker and other characters as soon as the hate dies down. Perhaps, but at that point, again, they have to make enough of the $70 version of the game. And if they go on sale and it goes to $60 and it goes to $50, that's less margin for them. So it's not as profitable. So again, hopefully there's enough people that bought it up front to cash them, to float them so they can last a little bit. Because they all got paid, right? If the game cost $250 million to make, they all got paid. Now they're waiting for the investment to kick back in before they invest more into the game to make more stuff. Well, the content's already done. So that's already in the pipeline. Already done. They already paid for that, ready to go. All of this is pointless. Stop buying microtransactions, make game, sell a game. But if the game doesn't gain popularity by the end of the first year, then yeah, it will die. I just hope it doesn't happen. Right. Water says sales across the platform appear decent. However, with the VG Insights reporting that 83,000 units have been sold, resulting in gross revenue of $2.6 million. That was 2 days ago. Is that physical units sold, and is that only from like Europe? Water, because no one knows the sales of the digital. So is that like European and physical copies sold? Because that's the only way they can get that market. Robert Jones says, remember the years ago when games argued that DLC was just cut content sold later. Now I think games as service games do the same thing, but it's just free content coming later. Right. Right. Well, that's the difference, Jones. Destiny, I remember it happening with Destiny big time. When House of Wolves was announced of DLC before the game even came out, you would buy the game, and they were already doing House of Wolves and what was the Dark Below and House of Wolves. Dark Below and House of Wolves were marketed before the game even came out. Buy this 2 DLCs before the game even launched. And people were like, oh, okay. And you could pay, if I'm not mistaken, $30 for both of them. Or if you bought them separately, it was $20 a piece. Okay? So obviously you bought the game at $60. And then you paid an additional $30 for the DLCs that came out. And then you waited. So you paid $90 to wait all the way up until, what, March, May, whatever it came out for House of Wolves. So I remember Dark Below came out December 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look that up. Let me look that up for a second. Because I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Let's see. Destiny Dark Below release date. Oh, I'm pretty fucking good. I said December 3rd. It's December 9th. Okay. Now, House of Wolves, I believe, came out in May. Right? Let's see. Yep, boom. May 19th. See? I don't have goldfish brain. So you paid $90. You paid $90 up front for games. And then when people were like, well, they cut the content. Because people were walking into that content, were glitching into that area. And so, like, wait a minute. So you could have just put this game into the thing, but instead they separated it. So now, let's talk about Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad has the content, and they're giving it to you for free. You paid $70, okay? And you get all the content for at least a year and a half, right? At least 4 seasons. At least 4 seasons. I should say at least the first year. And you get the content. I think that's better than what Destiny did. Kind of sucks that the model they're doing is good as a good one and being pushed because people won't let the studio try something new. Agreed, 100%. I have the money to buy all kinds of stupid things, but I don't. Don't reward incompetence and lazy behavior is my motto. However, if it's just me, I don't expect everyone to do the same. I think it's different. The only reason microtransaction exists is like what Kingard said in the video, right? You got the rubber duck outfit, and people see that, right? Or the Halo stuff he was talking about. What's with it, bro? You bought the $22 one? That's last season. You got to buy the $28 one now, right? Like, that's what it is. Like, you look at it. I remember when I go into Battle Royale, into Fortnite, and I have some of the older skins, people come running up to me and just start hitting me because they're like, oh, what is that? You know, they hate that skin. They're like, what are you wearing an old skin for? Right? That's reality now, right? Eclipse says, I think that Deathstroke is going to be the seller, but the time is probably going to be on sale for like $30, not or if not less. Right. Everybody says, I'm surprised Suicide Squad doesn't have something launching this week like Stronghold. Will be increase of value perception. Well, they have Strongholds coming in with the Joker season. So, I mean, that's what it is. I'll tell you what, Krebsy, we're going to get into the conversation of Suicide Squad after this one, and I'll go more into depth in that, what I think. The Steam player numbers are bad. Most of the people I played are with PlayStation 5. I played on PlayStation 5. I wish Xbox and PlayStation would release digital sales numbers for clarity. I don't think they need to, though. I don't think they need to. I've said this from the start. It's none of our business how many sales they make. None of our business. They don't have to report that stuff. They do it to make it seem like it's more popular or not. Hence, like Palworld. Palworld sold 7 million in the first 3 days. 8 million. It hypes people up. They're like, whoa, wait, they sold 7 million? Just like a movie. This weekend, it opened up. It's #1 movie in the box office. They're like, oh, I gotta go see it. Right? It's just to hype people up. But they don't really need to share. Now, take that what you will. If they're not gloating about it, that means the sales are not as good. They won't gloat unless it's impressive. Hold on one sec. Let's see. Yeah, that's from the UK. Looking for numbers now. You can't find numbers. There's no numbers. They only have the physical sales numbers from the UK because that's the only ones that report. Well, if someone's a mathematician and can try to figure out what number did you put up earlier? Did you put 83,970? So the rule of thumb now is 70-30. 70% of copies sold are digital, right? So if you want to take on a bigger scale and just take from the UK numbers, if you could figure out what 30% of 80, or I'm sorry, what 83,000 sales is percent-wise of that, then you would know what you got. You know what I mean? Like if it's like 2 million, 83 is like 30% of that, you would have to figure out what that is. I would assume that if it's 30%, then we're talking 60. Talking about 700, maybe 1 million, 2 million sales, maybe 2 million in sales, just in Europe, if that's the case. Let's see. I think I said last night, when the Joker drops, more people will start playing and buy it for sure, just based off the beginning of the season. One of the characters alone. Hype create hype when they share. Good point about gloating. Yeah, they won't share those numbers unless they're like really impressed with it. If their goal was to sell 5 million copies, they would come out right away and be like, oh, thanks a lot. Got 5 million people playing, meaning it went over their goal. With $300 million budget, the game needs to sell 7 million to break even, let's say. The game gets 5 million copies sold. Microtransactions could help recover that, and 2 million copies equivalent. Right, but as a live service game, here's the thing. They want the bulk up front, Krebsy, and you're absolutely correct about what you're saying. But they can also subsidize it throughout the year because No Man's Sky does this, right? No Man's Sky is around like $40, $50. So someone that comes in down the, 7 years later, they're still paying like $40, $50 for it, right? With all that free content. Same with Sea of Thieves. All the Sea of Thieves content is there. If you want to buy Sea of Thieves, it's there and it's still like $50 or something like that. Suicide Squad might have to go on sale for bits and pieces, but if they sell it around 40 or 50, they could do what you're saying over the next year and be profitable. Their numbers might not sell very well up front, but it could sell very well for them as each season comes through. Like, they don't have to make all their money up front, but it helps them big time. The closer they get to that number, then they can work on the rest of the year. I take no responsibility for the wreck Halo and Battlefield has become. I did buy 2042 on launch. So the next one is on me. Everybody says 300 million isn't about a direct game. It's a fake game. Robert Jones, indeed, game for more of a civilized age. Do we get season start date yet? No, we don't know the date. No Man's Sky is a great victory for gaming. Disaster on launch, and now gaming is amazing. Well, disaster at launch, but they also made a crap ton of money. They sold way. I think they sold something like, I think it was like 8 to 10 million units for a small studio of like, at that point was like 14 people. That game didn't cost $300 million to make, and they sold like 10 million copies when it first came out on PlayStation and PC. If you keep buying microtransactions, yes, you are the problem. If you see the industry works and they understand it, you'll still fund them. Yes, you are the problem. Give me 1 second. What's happening here? My music stopped. Try to clear my throat. Try to mute myself. The rumor is for season 1 is mid-March. Sorry about the Obi-Wan Kenobi quotes. I can't help myself. I kind of wish Rocksteady would look at the current situation of drop season 1 a little earlier to build hype, but just be me being selfish mostly. Clip says, I mean, it isn't the best example because Diablo 4 did pretty good on release. Oh, Diablo 4 sold 10 million units. They don't need to do shit. They don't need to do shit, Eclipse. Diablo 4 sold over 10 million units at launch. Okay? Just take what Cripsy said. If it cost them, let's say, $300 million to make Diablo, which I don't think it did, but it cost them, let's say it cost them $300 million with advertisement and whatever else. Okay? Let's say it even cost $400 million or $500 million. Okay? They sold 10 million units day one. Okay? So they're good. From the money they made off Diablo 4, they don't even have to make any more seasons or anything, and they can be like, we're working on Diablo 5. Right, well, Cyberpunk had 8 million pre-orders, and then it had additional 5 million day one. Come on, Weasel. You shut a company for trying something new, and you get the same shit. 10, but is also at least they tried. Not every game is a blockbuster. Diablo 4 robbed me. Diablo 4 has some hate from players. My friends hated the game so much that they were so excited for it, and they have moved on to play Last Epoch. Now, even though they played 3 for years. I played 168 hours of Diablo. I liked the story. I played a little bit of the end game, and then I was done. Right. They're all complaining that Diablo's dying, but they don't care because they made their money. Not only did they make their money, they're still making money. Water's like, what's Diablo 4? If you bought Diablo 4, you robbed yourself. I mean, I bought it. I enjoyed it. I got 168 hours in it, and that's it. I haven't touched it since day 1 of Season 1, and I went, nope, and I'm good. You put 500 hours into Diablo 4? Yeah, you're good. You're good. Oh, if you feel robbed. I just respect studios who care about longevity. I mean, Skyrim, Red Dead, No Man's Sky, even GTA have longevity. So many games these days don't have a reason for you to keep playing. Hell, as much people give shit for Bethesda, Fallout 76 is a very good game as far as constantly giving you content, updates, DLC, right? There's a lot of stuff to do in Fallout 76. People give it crap, but it's actually a pretty good, solid live service game. Right, Charles. People are still playing the game, right? The public perception is it's dying, but even if it did die, am I still playing? Yeah, I played last night. I'll play it again tonight. Well, actually, we might play Division 2 tonight because of the update. I don't know if Sarge wants to play tonight. If he doesn't, we'll play more Suicide Squad. I have 70 hours in it. I stopped playing D4 because trophies stopped to pop up. I mean, Starfield hurt me bad. Skyrim was a game I played for years. Starfield I played for 3 hours and said no more. Fallout 76 is pretty good. In that sentence, though, Lawson, when you said that Starfield hurt you bad, Skyrim you played for years, you think, and again, I'm not trying to defend Starfield in any way, shape, or form. You think it's unfair for you to assume that you were going to play Starfield for years to come as well, right? I mean, obviously, it's from Bethesda. You like Bethesda games, right? You like Skyrim. You like Fallout and stuff. But to say one game moves over to the next and it's going to be the same, I think your expectations were a little high. I mean, you could go back to Starfield, right? Maybe Starfield has an update. They come out with a DLC, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, dude, this is a much better game. And then you go back and play it. And then 5 years from now, you're like, man, I hated Starfield at the beginning, but now I have a lot of years into it. You need to play more than 3 hours to even start Starfield. I have 200 plus hours. I have 192. Barry, I have 192. Played through the story, played through the main campaign, played all the side missions. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm really addicted to the drone dailies. Are you really, Quintar? I go around shoot them every once in a while. I don't do the dailies though. Well, maybe I do, but subconsciously. I get that, but I think the most hurt because they marketed it as Skyrim in space. No, did they market it? See, oh, hold on a second. Did they market it as Skyrim in space, or did the public market it as Skyrim in space? There's a difference there. There's a big difference. Bethesda never came out and said it's Skyrim in space. I'm going to pick up Starfield when it comes out PlayStation 5, but I expect it will be a different game than it is now. Sure. Yeah, if it comes out with Shattered Space, Shattered, I forget what the thing is. Yeah, the marketing material never promised you it was Skyrim in space. It was the IGNs, the game rants, the YouTubers, okay, that all came out and said Starfield is going to be like Fallout and it's going to be like Skyrim, and that never came out of Bethesda's mouth. What else do you have left to do in Suicide Squad? I have a bunch of guns I want to get from Tier 3. I'm missing 1 or 2 from Notorious Weapons. I'm missing 1 or 2 from Tier 1 and Tier 2. So once I get all those guns, and then once I get the guns, then I might want to get the master weapons of those guns, because those guns will actually be more powerful if I get the master versions of those. So there's actually a lot to do. Speaking of Suicide Squad, I would like to go into Suicide Squad and show you what I think Suicide Squad needs to do ASAP. They need to fix these things or add quality of life and do some things. Yeah, the gear grind. Okay. So I want to bring up my console here. Okay, we'll log in. There's a couple things that, look, I like Suicide Squads. Okay, I think I'm close to 70 hours, or I'm over 70 hours. I'll show you the time that I have in it. And once you get to the rank up to 100, you get a new scan. Oh, do you? That's cool. I'm at like 68, I think, or something like that. Does Suicide Squad have any time gating? No, not that I know of. I mean, there's the dailies and weeklies that rotate, but other than that, there's nothing like you can only do once a day, like strike or anything like that, or like the content. You can just keep going around and doing the stuff and change the difficulty and the mastery levels. Isn't that interesting how it works, Vandal? Skyrim is a shit game, but if it comes to PlayStation, it'll change people's lives. I said a couple days ago, if Starfield comes to PlayStation and all of a sudden you see the scores start changing, then you know. Then you know. Okay. So no, I don't want to move. Just stay where you are. Oh, what? Oh, I have. I was like, why is she automatically running? I tried it last night and I forgot that to turn it back. I was like, what is happening? Why is she running? All right, thank you for staying still. Okay, first thing they need in this game, because right now I have 217 of 300. Now you guys might think I'm a hoarder. Okay, but the game just came out, and I'm getting roles and different things where I have masterwork weapons, right? Like, I'm not trying to keep all weapons, but if I get a master weapon and I want to try it out and build and make, the game just came out. It's a week old, right? So I have masterwork weapons, and then I have the notorious weapons, and I have, the Bane weapons and whatnot, okay? But most of my guns that I have for legendary, okay, there's a couple of them that are not mastered. And then there's ones that are mastered. Okay. They need to put a vault. ASAP. Okay. They have to put a vault system in here where I can throw stuff into a case. Now, they have a case for ammo inside the Hall of Justice. Okay. Actually, let's go to the Hall of Justice. Okay. I have 4 characters right now. 4 characters maxed out. They all share weapons and whatnot, which is cool, which is fine. Okay. I don't have to, like, switch servers or anything like that. I can literally just swap between them, and they share weapons. Certain characters don't use certain weapons. Others do share weapons, right? Right here, they have a case. They have a case for ammo. Okay? They need to put a vault system and put another 300 spots inside the vault. Minimum 300 spaces inside of a case of some sort. Okay? Vault system is a must. Okay? Then, when you're in gear, okay, and maybe I haven't found it, and this is why I'm doing it live with you guys. Okay, I understand there's like a sort of this where you can go through, okay, which is nice. This is all random. This is the sort, but there has to be another way to easier way to, instead of me scrolling through all the stuff like this, another grid or something to see all the liked items next to each other so I can go through them a little bit faster. A little quality of life. They don't have to do it right away, but they got to do something better of sorting the gear. Okay, I like this sorting, but they could do something just a little bit different with it. Like if I'm looking for something, I like division. Like if I'm looking for a specific perk or something, I would like to click on it and type in like a burn, and then it brings up all the burn stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That makes sense? Okay, so they have the sorting thing. Okay. I would also like an auto dismantle. Now, I know if you're like lower tier in the game, okay, you don't need this because you keep all the blues, you keep all the greens, you keep all the stuff. But when you're in end game and you're constantly getting, yeah, sub filter, Luke, thank you, right? I would also like an auto dismantle. Let me set that. Where if I get a green or a blue, I don't care about that. That's not going to go into any of my builds in the end game. So I would like something that you could just take out, put a limit, right? And then it automatically dismantles it for you. You know what I mean? So that'd be another good... a lot of the stuff that they're doing very well in this game, and they've done a lot of things well in this game, and this is why I think I'm addicted to it, is the end game loop, and also just the way you can customize the weapons, the way you can level up the weapons, the amount of drop that you get in this as well. Yeah, Luke. Right. Another thing I want to do is Sarge brought this up the other day, and I don't know if you could do it in the game, and if you can, I don't know how to do it. So I'm going to say it, and maybe it's already in the game, and I just don't know how to operate it. I don't remember in the tutorial. I don't remember actually but when you play by yourself, and you have your 3 bots, okay, I would like a way to control them to say, go for this. Go for that. And in my scenario, let's say I'm doing a Poison Ivy event. Okay, in the Poison Ivy event, I'm swinging over to A, and all of a sudden B is under attack. I would like to look at B, be able to do something on the controller, and it sends 2 of the guys over there, or 1 of the guys over there, just to start fighting them while I'm still fighting over here, right? Because it gets a little hectic when you're playing by yourself at higher tier levels. Yeah, Mo. Have them go other places. Like, I would like... And then sometimes they gotta fix this, right? They gotta fix this. Sometimes the NPCs don't pick you up. They glitch out for some reason. Other times, they're rock solid. They're there. They pick you up real quick right away when you're by yourself. But then other times, they don't even interact with you at all. Okay? So there's another problem with that as well. They're just broke sometimes. So that's another thing that I would like to see kind of fixed. Okay? This game feels fantastic when you play with other people. Right? Feels fantastic when you play with other people. Lots of fun, lots of things, especially when your bots are out and then they're being filled in with actual people. But then there's what happened last night. Okay? Now, I don't know if a lot of people are having this problem. Okay? One, I know about people having problems. They can't even log in. There's an error. That needs to happen. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay? Before the actual game launched on Friday, I had no issues. 0 issues with lag, stuttering, delay, desync, nothing. We play with people, had no issue. Okay? Since Friday, since this past weekend, we're not even in a full week of actual launch. It's terrible. Terrible. The amount of lag and stuttering. Let me bring up, okay, let me bring up our video from yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up and I'm gonna show you guys. Last night's boss fight was horrendous. Horrendous. Let me show you the fight that happened last night. We're in the boss fight, and you'll see you'll see me hitting things, and we'll just let it play. You'll see me hitting things with my hammer, and nothing is happening. Actually, matter of fact, I think right when the match started, we had a big explosion happen. Hold on. Right in the beginning, there's a bunch of guys over to my right side. I throw a grenade, and you'll see this giant explosion happen. Yeah, watch this. Okay. I threw a grenade. I don't know if you guys saw it, right? I chuck a grenade right there. And then all of a sudden it happened, right? Like it's delayed, man. There's another grenade tossed. I start hitting people. The desync that was happening, you could hit somebody, it doesn't connect. They have to fix this. Okay? They have to fix this. The game right now is not getting the best of light. And the people that are coming into endgame or playing with people, okay? They need to fix this. If they don't fix this, starts to remind me of Marvel's Avengers. Okay? They have to fix the net code, whatever, the servers. There's so much lag. We've done missions. I was playing with Mr. Luke the other day. We beat the whole thing, and then we went to go into the portal, and then it cut us out. And then we lost it. We lost it. Okay? So respecting players' time is fantastic because I go out, I grind for the Prometheus coins to use, and then I spend those coins, and then I'm in the match, and then all of a sudden I get disconnected, and I lose those coins. Okay? I pay those coins, and I lose those coins to get kicked or disconnected. Then I got to go back in and spend more coins, which then I have to go back and grind some more. So this is a must fix. Okay? We'll let this play so you guys can see it. It gets worse as the fight goes on, by the way. Let's see what else. They have to patch it. It's unstable. Okay? So they got to fix it. The fixing of the servers, fix ASAP. Clan size. Okay? Now, I understand some people don't have friends and whatnot. And I understand maybe they picked 16 because maybe the PvP thing that comes out later and it's the 4v4v4v4. Maybe you could do like a clan event where you're going up against each other or whatnot. Perhaps. But I think they need to raise the cap for clan. Maybe 50, right? Something along the lines of just more people. But they need to put more. And then inside the clans themselves, I think they need to kind of... One, I would like to promote people or give someone else. So if I'm not on and someone wants to join the clan, they can invite somebody. Like, give me a leader. Give me some stats or ranks within the clan itself. Okay? So the clan size needs to get fixed, and the management stuff needs to get fixed as well. Okay? Another thing they need to fix, okay, and this is a small, minute problem, but nobody knows what the fuck the story score is. Okay? Now, obviously, it sounds exactly what it is, right? Story score. You're like, all right, well, you get a score based on the story things that you do. Mine's moving like 2 points, 3 points. There's people that are just starting. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, there's people that have way less hours than me. Okay, and they have 4 score. Now, obviously, Eclipse has got a lot of hours, right? Eclipse has got he's put in some time. Let me see what you got. View profile. Inspect. No, that's not what I want. Player profile. Player stats. Okay, he's got 3 days worth. Okay, 3 days worth, and he's got up to 601 points. Okay, now let me go down to what I got over here. Right, I'm stuck at 282. Now I don't know if it's a glitch. Okay, I don't know if it's a glitch, but if I go over to my looks and go to my career stats here, I got 3 days, 4 hours. I got 4 more hours and almost 500 less points. Okay, Like something's off, right? Something's off. Where he's at 600, I'm at 200. Okay, I'm at 282. And here's the thing, nobody knows how to get this. I went to the Discord. I've asked questions in their Discord. Nobody's getting back to me. Nobody has an answer. Okay, nobody knows how to get it. Nobody knows how to do it. And this comes to my next point. I get that right now Rocksteady is in the weeds because they just launched the game. They're getting shit on from left and right. IGN has a fucking boner for these people because they just keep putting article after article out, review after review, keep putting it out there, and other outlets do it too because they're getting clicks, okay? They're getting more clicks than people are playing the actual game, okay? Now, they need to get on the board. They need to comment and say something. There's people that bought this game for $100 of early access, and they had an error code within 3 to 4 hours inside the game, and they have yet to been contacted or helped in any way, shape, or form. They can't get a refund in any way, shape, or form. They can't play the game in any way, shape, or form. You are literally burning bridges, okay, with your consumers that want to play your game, and you haven't notified them or said anything to them, and everyone's just dead quiet, okay? Community manager needs to come out. I don't want to call him out specifically, but someone needs to say something about what's going on. Servers, server issues, what's happening. Make these fixes, okay? So there's a little bit of opening weekend. The weekend they were gone, maybe, right? And there's problems. But say something. Hey guys, we had a great opening week. Just lie to us. I don't give a shit, right? Thanks for playing. Like, don't put it like you sold a lot of copies, but thank you everyone that's playing the game. We got a hot fix coming out. We're working on something. We're doing things. There's gonna be something. There's been quiet on the Western Front, okay? So I don't have a lot of issues with the game right now, but the issues that I do have as far as the stability needs to get fixed ASAP, okay? That's unexcusable. Your game will die if you do not fix this. Die to the people that want to play your game, not the people that don't want to play your game. I spent P's after a mission is completed, disconnected, I failed, it doesn't spend. Is that true? Is that true? It doesn't spend? Because I've had issues where I had 43,000, I went in, and when I came out, I had, 42, then 40. Because it disconnected me on like 3-4 times. If that's true, then there's also a problem because I am losing credits. If you replay a mission on harder difficulty, then the story score goes up. Beyond that, I'm unsure how to increase it. For me, it goes up when I do side missions. Yeah, I get like 2 points. I've gone up in the last 5 days, 20 points. Right? 20 points. Just to put it in perspective, let me see what this person has on the low end scale here. Yeah, okay. So the person right underneath me at 251 has 22 hours. They just have less than a day. And they're 30 points behind me. Yeah, if you want to use my build, my grenade build is insane. Let me show you my loadout for Harley. Right, my Harley build is I'm very excited about my Harley build. Last night we got this thing right here. Okay. We got the we got the Master Two-Face Persuader, okay? So, it's the best in class right now for me. It's doing 2,600 to 2,900. But look at what it does. Every melee hit on a crazed enemy has a 50% chance of dropping either a live grenade or grenade ammo at the enemy's feet. Now, my grenade that I toss, okay, I can make it a crazed grenade, okay? And it'll make them all green. And then when I hit them, it drops another grenade, okay? So then on top of that, for my bonus, because I got the villain synergy level, okay, harvesting enemies now has a 100% chance of dropping grenade ammo, and also increases grenade damage by 100% for 20 seconds. Okay, so that's another crazy thing right there, right? So then I also got my gun, which my gun, each enemy hit with the firearm receives a black mask mark. Applying the mark, okay, in 3 different enemies within 6 seconds causes all mark enemies to be triggered a fury of explosions that burn all nearby enemies. Okay. Then I have successful critical reloads with this firearm triggers a stack of frenzy. At 3 stacks, you unleash a wave of venom frenzy. Raises all enemies within 20 meters of you. Okay. It can only happen once every 45 seconds. Critical reloads remove all stacks. Okay. On top of that, I have my Bane bonuses with this. Okay. So I get you deal 4% more damage to enemy for each 1% of their health that is missing. I get on enemies below 50% health, trigger Bane's Fury to increase the damage by 50% and damage to crazed enemies by 50% for 60 seconds. Each stack of Bane's Fury also adds 5% chance to cause an explosion on death, and crazed enemies within 10 meters, Bane's Fury can stack up to 15 times. Okay? And then tier 3, which is all active as well, all enemies hit with traversal attack become crazed, and each enemy killed with Bane's Fury is active, generates 10% traversal attack resources. Okay? It gives you a stack of 5. So that's hold on. That's my gun side. Then on this side, I got my Jinx Unlucky Coin, where you gain 750% increased damage to specific afflictions for 20 seconds. So that goes around my overall stats. Okay, when my damage goes live, hold on, I have to switch to the character so you can see it. Okay, my craze damage right now is over 1,000%. Okay, over 1,000%, and that actually switches back to birding as well. That goes to 1,000 because it rotates. It rotates around, right? So this thing rotates to 1,000% to each of these things as it goes around. Then I have just a what's it called? A neck bomb that does 44% damage to burning enemies. Then I have this one, just brute stuff, and then I got the Toy Man. The Toy Man just does a slide, generates 10% squad ultimate. Oh, and I hit the wrong button. And then this one, each enemy you burn that isn't already burning makes you invulnerable for damage for 2 seconds. And the return to 10% damage received back to the attacker each addition enemy burned increased by duration of 2 seconds. So I go invulnerable. So there's a group of guys. I throw my grenade. They go crazed. I shoot them. They start burning. If they're burning, then I get this, and I'm invulnerable, right? It's a crazy, crazy build, and I absolutely love how all of this is all connecting with this character, right? So she's pretty good at what she has right now. So now I'm going to go work on some other characters and figure out what kind of builds I want to make. And I didn't know I want to make this build. This build is coming together as all of a sudden a piece drops. And I think that's really cool. I love that the the build's Two-Face is so good. Yeah, this hammer, man, is ridiculous, right? Especially with the villain synergy, right? And you know, if you take other things, so as the game expands, as we get like Scarecrow gear, as we get I don't know, the Clayface or whatever, any piece that you find can mix match and have different synergies with the other gear, which is awesome. Dude says, Harley, where is it? I missed it. Harley looks crazy enough for me to date her. She looks crazy enough for me to date her. I didn't even think I was going to use Harley at all. And I put a lot of time into her. I think I got 1 day with her. Deadshot I got 21 hours. Boomerang I got 11 hours. And King Shark I got 14 hours. Almost 15. Are hell raids worth doing? It seems bugged. You can get past tier 2. Are hell raids? Yeah, I think isn't that... Yeah, I'm past. Let's see. I am... Oh, wait. Hell raids are on the map when you're outside, aren't they? Oh, you know what? I'm on tier 1, and I've done it multiple times. How does that work? I'm not sure. I don't have an answer for you, because I know I've done multiple hell tiers. Not sure. I don't have an answer for that. Yeah, seems bugged. It resets. It resets what? Every day? It just restarts. So it goes through tier 1, 2, and 3, and then it resets? I never really paid attention to it until you just brought it up. It resets when you log. Ah. So is that what it is? So as a junior, so as I'm leveling up, as long as I play, it goes up different tiers. And then when you log out, it resets up to 5. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't pay attention to that stuff. So it gives you more rewards and stuff as you stay in longer. Any tips on killing the giant bruiser guys during incursions? I have trouble killing them sometimes. They soak up so much damage. You got to get a build. You just got to. There is no. The best thing I can tell you is if you're doing the incursion type of stuff where you got to get the power ups to get past that round. Work on the little guys and just look at the big guys. Like you're working on them to maybe break one of them. But work on just all the small guys. They're the distraction. The big guys are distraction. They're trying to deter you from getting done with that mission. So don't go after them because they're so spongy. Work on the little guys. Yeah, Luke says work on the small guys. Don't worry about the big guys. The big guys are going to mess you up. They're going to mess you up. Same thing with like Ivy's thing, right? Make sure you scan and only kill the red guys, right? Only kill the red guys when you're doing Ivy's missions because the rest of the guys that are on the board are there as a distraction for you. You only have to kill the red guys that are holding that point. Once you kill the red guys, you can move on to the next one. Don't worry about the guys that are not there. If there's no red guys left and you have some time to kill, then go kill the other people. But always go for the red guys. Don't worry about the brutes if they're not red. I'm only Finite Crisis 20, trying to get there to unlock the Brainiac missions again. Yeah, I got to 63, and now, Eclipse, you're saying when you get to 100? When you get to 100, something happens as well? Yeah, look, I'm really excited where this game could go. Oh, good, you know about the scans. Yeah. Well, it's 2 scans. I didn't know about the first one about the Riddlers, right? So you push up on the D-pad, hold up on the D-pad, and you scan for the Riddler mission type of stuff. You push down for the scan for the bad guys. The amount of depth, right? The amount of depth in this game, I love the fact that one. Let me go to Penguin real fast.
Hello, lowlifes. New stock in for all your death vendors.
So I like the fact that you can craft things and you unlock different recipes and whatnot as you do missions, right? So if I want a notorious thing, I can craft them. Okay? Standard type of stuff. Right? I like the fact that you can also overhaul stuff. So for instance, let's say I don't like this pistol. Okay, it's got 2 augments. Okay, I like the fact that I can overhaul it. And now I have 3 augments to work with. Now, if I don't like what's on the augments, cool, right? Mr. Luke taught me this the other day. I didn't know I could do this. Right? So when I go up here, so once you unlock Toyman and you got all his stuff, you can make things elite. Okay? And when you make things elite, obviously I knew about this, right? You make things elite and you can change all the augments on there. Okay? But what is cool when you're doing modifiers, okay? If I want to like to modify, let's say this gun, and I click on this, if I hold right trigger, it tells me what's possible for it to roll, which is great. I know a lot of people look at this and go, well, what's the big deal? This is fantastic. So you know what the top spot is, right? So the radius, ammo pickup radius, the best is 50%. I got a 48% of that, right? That's a good roll. So is it worth spending is it worth spending to get the 2% of that? Probably not. Okay. Then you have where you see it says 22. So this one rolls at 25. I got 22. So that's pretty damn good. And then this one is 0.6 to 1%. Maybe not the best, so maybe I can pick that up a little bit, right? Or on top of that, okay, what Mose is saying in chat, if I hit the totes, okay, I can literally just pick, okay, I can literally just pick what I want on that gun. It costs more to do, but I can get and know that I'm getting this stat, and it's going to be anywhere between 30 and 50% roll, okay? And that's really cool, okay? So you can really customize what you want, and then on top of that, you can go and do supercharge, right? Where you can supercharge your stuff, okay? So you can apply different afflictions, okay? So my grenade, like for instance, I have Diablo on there for the one I'm using, okay?
Let's do it.
And then on top of that, you can also supercharge stuff, right? And I have my grenades maxed out, right? And you pay for that to make them more powerful. The radius goes bigger. The affliction duration lasts longer, and whatnot. So you could really start building up your whole thing. Okay. On top of that, there's one more thing. One more thing. I lost my train of thought now.
Needs to end already.
One more thing. The supercharge. There was the totes. There's the upgrades. There's the crafting. I forget what the last part was. That's what happens.
Safety goes off. Safety goes.
Let me check my pockets real quick. Huh. Nothing.
So there's a lot to it. Quintar, thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships.
We are going to be hand tooling housings for capacity.
Goldfish brain confirmed. Yeah, COVID confirmed. That's what happened when I got COVID. All of a sudden, I'll have something and then gone. Gone. Other than being a DC shooter, I wish the flexibility was in D4. This game doesn't get the credit that it does. The amount of stuff they put in this game that other content, other live service games didn't put in from day one. This is leaps and bounds ahead of most games. They've taken the best parts of other games and merged it into this one. The weapon system is fantastic as much as customization is.
We're running an Argus facility here. Same protocols as Bell Rev.
Other than this being a decent area, that welcome, thank you for the info sharing. Oh, no problem. Yeah, so my biggest thing right now is they have to get the servers stable for playing online with people. It's such a disappointment. Such a disappointment. Last night on my stream, at the end, I was just like, they got to fix this. Did I miss something up on top?
Why are you so defensive?
Racist.
You accused Argus of conducting a false flag operation on American soil.
No, I said what?
Get more experience and resources from higher difficulties, but you also unlock the next one. by playing. Oh, that's another thing. I really like the you guys just jogged my memory a little bit. Not that this is what I was going to say before, but the difficulty level, I like the fact that these are like world tiers, and working towards it was pretty simple, working by myself doing it. So it's nice doing it that as well. Matchmaking could work a little bit better. I feel like I have to jump through a lot of the hoops. Even though you put it on private, it's like I click on someone's name, and it's like I can't invite them, and then when you invite someone, then you go to their game instead of them coming to your game. There's a couple of like server issues that are happening on the back end that they need to fix. Oh, that's the other thing I want to talk about. See? Came to me. Talents.
How would you like for me to change your mind?
What I love about this is if you want to change your gear, like your setup, you don't have to reset your whole goddamn tree, Diablo. Okay? Right? All I have to do is click on it and move it. Right? I could just move it. It doesn't cost me an arm and a leg. It doesn't do it. I can literally just move it. Okay? Fantastic, right? I know. Then, when you go to this, when you're in your Paragon system here, okay, your Paragon system is, if I want to shift it up, all of a sudden we're going up, I know there's brutes, okay? So I have maxed out right now 1% damage to brute enemies, okay? I got 20 points into it. But you know what? I want to do more. So I'm damage to burning enemies, right? But I don't really like this anymore. So I'm going to reset the specific one, right? Reset selected, right? So I'm going to hold this, reset selected, it goes away. And now I can redistribute where I want, okay? And go across the board what I want. Right? I can reset the whole board if I want to. But I can also reset just the amount that I wanted to do. And it doesn't take an arm and it doesn't take like an arm and a leg to do anything, right? I can just click on it, say, oh, I want to put 10 into that. I'll put 10 into this. It doesn't cost me an extra, like, the hardest, minute resource that you get in the game that you can only get from, like, 2 times a week from doing the raid, right? You could change nothing. You could just change it. Okay? This whole game respects you as a player. You want to come in for 10 minutes? You want to come in for 10 minutes and do a mission? You can go do a mission. Okay? It's over in 10 minutes. If you complete it or not, it's over in 10 minutes. Okay? It'll probably take you 5 to 7 if you're like low tier. And the higher you are, you do them faster. Does Rocksteady have the servers issued on known issues list? I'll be honest, Jones, I've seen nothing from them. I've seen nothing from them. And this is one of my complaints about them. They've said nothing. Right? You go to their announcement page. The last thing they did was on 2/2. It says, with the global stream launch having just gone live, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is now officially out everywhere. That's the last thing they said on an announcement. Okay? The last thing on the support ticket or support section was on February 1st. Okay? Troubleshooting. The last thing on the troubleshooting, which is today, but that's the actual people talking. Not there's no one answering, no one's saying anything, no one's suggesting anything, no one telling you, hey, we know you're having problems with the servers. Nothing. Their last post was the launch of the comics on Twitter. You see what I'm saying? This right here is what aggravates me as a person, okay? That I'm playing your game, I'm enjoying your game, there's major problems with the game. Can you imagine spending $100 and you can't even play the game right now? But you played enough where you can't get a refund? Can you imagine? I would make it my goal. I would literally make my channel a Rocksteady get your shit together if I could not play your game. I paid $100. Every day I would have a video. Well, it's day 45. I still can't play the game, Rocksteady. When are you going to fix this? Right? There's people that can't play the game right now across all platforms. Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. And no one's saying anything. We're on Wednesday. How about we know there's problems. We'll get back to you. Something. Anything. Anything. What's let's see, Rocksteady's last tweet. Yeah, a lot of reposts. Repost, repost, repost. Repost, repost. Like the main one has done nothing. I cross my fingers every time it says connecting to WB. It's ridiculous. And this is okay, the game's out now. Right? The game's out now. I'm enjoying the game. A lot of people are enjoying the game, but now there's dead silence. This is not what you do during a live service game. I was able to play for 3 days now, 72 hours of dashboarding or freezing on login. Content support got email saying, "We've heard you for your issue." And what have they done? So they sent you an email. They sent you an email, but they haven't done anything since then? Oh wait, that's the wrong one. What's the what is the community manager's name? I forget how you spell it. It's Derek, right? But it's spelled differently though, right? Yeah, okay. So the community manager, I got his Twitter. The last time he tweeted was February 2nd. I mean, even Blizzard talks to the community. Yeah, they come out a lot. We know the issue. Your case is closed. Great. That gives you a lot of hope, doesn't it? They're very quiet. And maybe that's the goal. But since launch, the servers have gotten crappier. Where it's almost unplayable with other people. It desyncs. Exactly, dude. That's exactly right. We're like the monkey in the rocket. Hey, before we send a human out there, put a monkey up there. Give him some bananas. Throw him up there. That's what I feel like sometimes as a person that pays money up front for some of these games. We are the test dummies. We are the monkey with the banana in the rocket ship. Right? They're worried about people shit talking them on the internet that are not playing the game. But while the people are still playing their game, we got nothing. The writer will come out and defend their stance on the writing, but the company itself doesn't come out to ensure the people playing the actual game what's happening. It's not a good look, I'll tell you that. You know, I have somebody that works for Rocksteady that's come and watched our streams and whatnot. And when I ask him a question, he gets back to me pretty damn fast, and it's not even his job to. I'm just doing it as like a what's it called? Like a friend, like, hey, you know what this is? And he's like, oh, I don't know. Let me check for you, right? That's beyond what his job is, because he's not a community manager. But at least he's also out there, like, socializing with people on the internet. But yet the person's job that it is to do that is not doing it. A little weird. A little weird. Z says, everyone's playing from a different Earth. What do you expect? That's true. I didn't think about that. My internet connection is not connected to Earth 2. That's what happens. When we leave Earth 1 to go to Earth 2, our connections... I should blame Spectrum. We should go for Spectrum instead. They need to do what the Division did and state of game every week or every other. I'm okay if they don't even have to do that. A tweet letting us know, we know an issue, we're working on it, we'll get back to you guys as soon as we know something. And if 3 days pass, still working on it. We appreciate your patience. Those of you that paid for the game, you'll be able to get in. Or we'll make refunds. See the way my brain works is that the sales aren't very good. The sales aren't very good, and they don't want to give refunds. Because if they gave refunds, the sales would even be worse. And I hope I'm wrong about that. But someone that bought the game for $100 and you're giving them 2,000 coins, $20 worth, for their, to compensate them, but they can't even get in the game to use the 2,000 coins because they can't log in, and you won't give them a refund. That looks bad. That looks bad. You don't have the Infinite Earths update package onto your internet? No. Who do I call for that? Do I should call Spectrum up and be like, hey, do you guys have Earth 2 internet packages? They'll be like, I'm sorry, sir? Earth 2. I'm trying to play Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and every time I go into Earth 2, it gets laggy. And I was just wondering if there's a package for me to upgrade. They'll be like, let me check. And they'll be going through their pages. They'll be like, Earth 2. Can I put you on hold? Yeah, sure. Guy says he's on Earth 2. Yeah, sir. This is the manager of Spectrum. How can I help you? Yeah, I would like to know if you have the upgrade package for Earth 2. Earth 2. I don't know what you're asking. Earth 1 here has bad internet, and I was just wondering if there's Earth 2. We're all sorry, but WB has a shit servers, and they won't pay for more, and we have to wait for them before they can tell us what's going on here. Right, here's 10,000 coins that you can't use. Isn't Earth 2 some digital land buying thing? Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it? Right? It was like a Ponzi scheme for virtual Earth. Come in, Earth 2. This is still gaming, yeah. Again, look, I'm okay shitting on a game if it needs to get shit on. And I'm loving Suicide Squads. I love the end game. I'm having fun building builds inside the game. I have fun playing with people on the game. But holy Christ, does it get desynced? It's so frustrating. Water, why were you playing last night? What was your main purpose of playing that boss fight last night? Right? I know what mine was. Just get it over with so I can get my 10 pieces of gear that we get. Right? I was pushing through just so I could get it over with. Right, to beat the lobby boss. And then that's the other thing. The lobby, when you come in, you're like, all right, you come in, you're gonna join? Yeah, give me a second. And then it pops up on the side. It says, Water Bear joining in. And you're like, okay. And it says, world leader coming in. Water Bear disconnected. Water Bear coming in. It's like, holy Christ. I'll start saying they should say something to keep fans informed. To drive convo, saying something wouldn't make fixes come quicker. It would also give more ammo to those shitting on the game. But you got to let people know that can't play your game, Krebsy. You got to give them some information, right? I'm sticking up for the people that can't play the game right now. I'm playing the game, right? This is beyond the server issues for me getting lag. This is for people that can't play the game. Mark says, I'm normally a Boy Scout for game development, but 72 hours of horrible response. I'm also waiting for a refund. Yet, I love the game, but in Canada, it costs over $150 for deluxe. And that's what I'm saying, right? They respect your time in the game for getting gear and playing the things and how much time you want to spend, and you can do re-rolls and do all this stuff, but they're shitting all over your time that you spent $100, $150 on this game, and you can't play it. I hope I get that Green Lantern ring. Yeah, it definitely does sound like a Nat issue. Once the netcode is fixed, it'll be a hit. Well, that goes in. You know, Quintar, that's a great segue into what happens now when they bring the next content in, right? And we were having a conversation about this a little bit ago, and I mentioned it for a bit. When the first season comes in and we see the Green Lantern boss, and, you know, let me bring up that picture real fast. Let me bring up that picture. Where is it? Folder. Why is it so small? I gotta find the version. The one I have is like a really shitty JPEG, and when you blow it up, it's like super tiny. Let's see here. Suicide Squad. And spoilers. Please hold. Try to find Earth 2. Man, talk a lot. Chat is popping off over here inside the Suicide Squad. Gotta go way up. I gotta go back. When did they announce it? I know this is a good picture up here. The high quality one. Oh, there it is. Got it. Wrong thing. Professionalism. So you have Green Lantern and you have Superman. We already have people already pushing back, going, well, the lackluster fight with Brainiac is just the Flash reskinned, right? And you're doing the same thing. So now, I have a feeling that season one's going to come in, and you're going to have fun with the Joker, and you're going to have fun with the new gear, maybe the story content or the new playable area, but those boss fights are going to be lackluster. Because not only are you going to have the netcode issues? But you're going to have the netcode issues while you're fighting Brainiac as Green Lantern and as he's Superman. And then season 2 comes out. Is he going to be Batman again? Is he going to be Flash again? Like, hopefully. Okay. Is it going to be the exact same? Because that would be very lackluster if that's the case. And people that are shitting on the game going, oh, the boss fights are lackluster. If the end game boss fight is that same arena, the same arena that we're in now, but now we're fighting Brainiac, Green Lantern, and then it's the same arena we're fighting Superman, Brainiac, that's going to be kind of disappointing. Okay? Now, hopefully, there's different types of fights and different types of mechanics. And if there's not, maybe in Season 1, right now, Rocksteady needs to fix Season 2, 3, and 4. If the game got delayed a year and it still didn't launch with the offline mode, makes you wonder. Then they decided the offline mode should be added. And what made them decide that? Well, because people don't want to play a game. I think people want the offline mode because they know the game is going to be gone someday, and they would still like to play it. Dave Rose says it's just bad look. Yeah, people who can't even log in and give them the coins. It reminds me that the Fortnite paid out in bucks. Yeah. Here's some coinage that you can't use. As long as they release it in the marketing content, how can anyone call a game dead? Well, I don't think it's a dead game. It's definitely going to be around for 20 months. That's much clearer. Thank you. Much clearer. Thank you, Luke. I'll say it's over and over again. Folks need to stop buying early access. This fixes later stuff and has been happening for years, and they won't stop this behavior until you do. Papa says netcode is one of the hardest things to program. Robert Jones says, I think early access is fine. The problem is games, is it LARPing as finished games when they're really early access. And you've heard me say this before, Jones, right? There's no difference between alpha, beta, early access, preview, and launch now. They're all the same. Because an early access game can come out and be better than a game that's launched, right? I mean, look at Star Citizen. Early access, alpha, whatever it is, right? 10 years. Fortnite was out for 2-3 years before it became something. It was in beta, right? There's no difference between these. The line is blurred. The Rocket Umbrella shall protect you. Let's see. Okay, so for us who even logging in add some salt to my wounds, this is where the new items in the game store. I was curious if this week or every 2. They haven't updated the store. Like, the store's the same, which I think is a good move, right? I don't think they've updated the store. But then again, I don't know when the actual store resets, right? Let me look right now. There's no time. There's no time on this. So there's no time for them leaving, but they also haven't added anything. And I think that's a smart move. Because right now we talked about this in the very beginning of the show, right? We also talked about this in the very beginning of the show. I see that, Luke. And if you update that store like Anthem and Marvel's Avengers, but your game is still kind of can't log in and you're having issues and you have netcode problems, that store just keeps... They better fix that shit real fast. So I think it's very good. I think it's very good that they don't put the store update. Right House says, I mean, if they need to do this for Brainiac fights and add one new mechanic, and more have made all the difference. The different mechanic that he had than Flash did. He had the storms, lightning thing. Yeah, I think it was the exact same. I think it was the exact same. Come on, we the people. Oh, you're good. You're good, Elder Mark. Funny how the stores always work perfectly in these games, though. The store hasn't updated. The store hasn't updated, so I assume it's on Friday. Well, the weekly challenges, those reset it in. Let me see. The weekly challenges end up in 4 days. 4 days, 6 hours. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Sunday is the day it resets. At least the weekly does. Unfinished game. When I grow up, I want to be a finished product. So I can make a game and sell a game. That's what an unfinished game sounds like. It sounds like a young lad. You could heal himself. You had to use the planets to stop that. Oh, he heals himself. Yeah, I guess that is a mechanic. One mechanic differently. I don't know, Rose. I don't know when it's supposed to be. I feel like we get more than the 4 superhero villains. I hope so. I would hope so, because when you see this. When you see this screen, let me go back to the Xbox. When you see this screen right here, now obviously, the first one is the one we killed. The top left, okay, is Green Lantern. And then the next one is Superman. And then season 2. And then season, right? Like, I would assume that each of these is 2 seasons, like a season. And the bottom row is another season, like each season. So we have season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think that's what they've made for the game. I think that's what they made for the game. That's not true. That's not true. They say on here. Okay. Let me make it nice and big for you. This part right here. New activities plus strong holds. Okay. Let me see. This is where people don't know what they're talking about. Let me make it nice and big for you. Okay. There's new activities coming in. And they said in the Discord that there's going to be 6 other content things coming in season 1. Okay. Right, people in the back. Okay. And more, whatever that means. The and more part. Then putting the new Riddler stuff in. I wonder if he'll be a boss battle. I think the new Riddler content would just be the new, like, more things to explore, more things to do, more objects to jump through. And more equals skins. Well, all this content is free. So I don't think the and more is skins. Right? The new playable area, the new DC villain-themed weapons, plus gear, the new Riddler content, new activities plus strongholds, episodes with Scarecrow and Two-Face, new boss fights plus enemy variants, right? So we're going to get Green Lantern variants and Superman variants. Okay, you're going to get the Joker and more. This is all free content, free seasonal content. It has nothing to do with skins. Okay, free skins. Oh, listen. Skins is not content. Free seasonal content. Skins are not content. Look, I think they could do a Wonder Woman fight. right? We can get a variant Wonder Woman fight. And I also think you could fight people that you don't even have to, like, one of my things is to get Joker, I think is going to be a mission that you go on, okay? And you're going to fight Joker before you recruit him. That's just me, my brain, thinking that way. I don't know if you just show up and grab him, or if you go through the new environment with the Daily Planet and go through the building, and then you do a mission, and then you fight him, and then he becomes part of the Suicide Squad. I don't know. That's me hoping. That's me hoping. Do you think Rocksteady poured salt in the wound and give Joker an Arkham Joker skin? I think they would allude to it. Like, maybe one of the outfits that he wore. 100%. Why not? I don't know if that's pouring salt in the wound. When or if they fix, hoping they give some compensation. But I fear it'll be 0 mentions. Just one day. It'll just work. And we'll get nothing. Well, I think a win for you would be like if you wanted your money back, you get your money back. And then if you get the game to work, you get the game to work, and maybe they give you a couple coins. Right? Gotta be linked to Harley? What, the skin? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you saying that it'll be interesting to the story how Harley will look at him as a younger Joker. And I wonder if she would have feelings for him based on that she, you know, liked her Joker in this world. Got the free 2K coins. Plans on saving them for the Battle Pass cost. Might be able to get the Battle Pass for 2K coins after using the first Battle Pass with the deluxe version. True. You could probably get 2 Battle Passes if you keep that. Yeah, the next boss is going to be Green Lantern. Well, I don't know if he's the first. It just says new boss, so it could be Green Lantern or it could be Superman. I don't know who it is. We don't know. This game has potential, but I fear the hate mongers have sabotaged its future. Perhaps. Perhaps. Joker and Harley. Harley's crazy in love with him. Yeah, but that was infatuated Harley before she did 5 years of time inside of Arkham. You know what I mean? Like, she's a completely different person. She even says during the actual, if you go inside the museum, she says we all have that phase that we go through, whatever she says. I don't know the exact line. But when she looks at herself. I bet we get Lantern grunts and super grunts because it says new boss fights and enemy variants. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're definitely getting Green Lantern variants and Superman variants. I wonder what their abilities are going to be, though. Is the Superman infused enemies going to be what? Like, well, one, they're going to be flying, right? They would fly. Are they going to be super strength? Like, what are they going to do? Maybe they have laser vision. Maybe they don't have to fly. Maybe they just have laser vision, which is the same as a sniper rifle, though, to be honest. All right, Luke. Have a good one. "2024 is 15 years since Arkham Asylum. Arkham 15 years anniversary skin set release. Arkham articles. Suicide Squad adds Arkham skins, showing the devs truly wanted to make an Arkham game." Oh, right. Right. This Joker doesn't look like he particularly likes women, which is fine. Maybe. Who knows? Does it matter? I don't think it matters. I never look at characters in a video game and I was like, I wonder who they're dating. Who's he dating? Do you think we will be getting a We Hear You? Maybe we could be getting a We Hear You post from the devs soon. I hope so. Something. They got to put something out, House. All I see is Ezra Miller and the new Joker. I'm referring to the Joker or Harley conversation. Don't ask, don't tell. Here's the Hall of Doom. I think it would be pretty cool. You know what they could do with this game? And again, I'm just putting it out there. I don't know if this is happening in any way, shape, or form. This is just my inner comic book, kid inside me, right? I would love if they did a PvP mode where it's just an all-out fun little game mode. Has nothing to do with your weapons or anything like that, right? It's just pre-established weapons that you get for your characters, okay? Or you do a Justice League, right, versus the Doom, the Legion, you know what I mean? Like, and they just go at it. And you have the bad guys versus the good guys, and it's just a PvP, just a good old-fashioned, old-school brawl. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Did you talk about the new Division 2 season? I did not. Brought it up a little bit yesterday. I know nothing of it. I know it's walking around New York, and you're not doing a manhunt, but you're doing like investigated in New York season. Oh, absolutely, Lawson. Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind, based on if you played the game and saw what was happening and listened to the dialogue of the characters when you're just flying around the city, because there's a lot of dialogue between the characters and between like just the banter back and forth that gives so many clues to make that claim. That if you just watch the cutscenes, people have a different outtake than the people that saw the cutscenes and then the banter that goes back and forth between all the characters. Division 2 did it over 1 hour, just control points and bounties, but still fun. Oh, did you play it, Elder? The new season? Make a isometric 1v4 PvP mode. I said that too a couple weeks ago. I was like, wouldn't it be cool if you just like one... I think I said on GXG. I said, if you just make one person versus the four, sort of like the Ghostbusters game or the Friday the 13th game, where you have the squad and you pick one of the superheroes and you hunt them down. That'd be pretty cool, right? It's an evolution. It's an evolution of like the game Evolve, right? Where you're Superman, right? And you're flying around and they're trying to kill you as you're doing the super abilities and stuff like that. That would be a cool mode if they did that. That would be a cool mode. Then you're Batman, then you're Green Lantern, you know? Is the Hall of Doom in the game yet? No, but Miller said there is a Starro Easter egg, like a fossil of him on the map somewhere. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it means that he comes to life and maybe we do a boss fight against him. Maybe it's a overtaken Starro that Brainiac controlled. Who knows? If they add a mode, we convert so many haters. Excited to see how the strongholds work. Yeah, I think a lot of people. First of all, I think the strongholds are going to be outdoors, but I think they'll be more linear. Linear meaning like, when we go into Earth 2 and you're going from like the start point to like the first mission in the Brainiac mission, and then you go to the second one, how the island kind of like goes in a more linear path. I think that's what it would be. Like you would do more linear, like go from here to there, fight guys, fight the mini boss, and then continue on. There's a lot that can go with this game, and I hope that this season 1 is very important. This season 1 is very important what they're bringing in. And my whole point of bringing in Green Lantern and Superman if that's the only boss fights that are coming in and they're the same fights that we saw in the game, it's going to be very disappointing and the haters are going to hate more. But if they come out strong with the content, the environment, the gear, the story, all this stuff, this is very, very important for this game moving forward. Not only, I had a video about this. I said this sets the tone, okay? And some dickhead on YouTube took me out of context by saying that I said this is the tone that Marvel's Avengers and Anthem couldn't do, okay? Because this comes out, and if it's good, then it comes out every season when it comes out every 3 months, okay? Then season 2, this sets the tone. Meaning, all the stuff that we get here, we're like, oh, this is really good. I can't wait for season 2. I can't wait for season 3. But if season 1 is a wah-wah, then season 2 is going to be a wah-wah, right? And then it just starts to go downhill. Like, we're at this high right now, the people that are playing the game, on the roller coaster. And we're at the tip right now going, what's season 1 going to be? And then all of a sudden, it could be a cool roller coaster, but if it goes straight downhill and never comes back up, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. You said it, Mike. They have to get on player tickets and fix those servers. Number 1, they have to fix that. All the issues that are happening right now, dude, they got to fix it before this comes out. They have to fix it before this comes out. Stability of the servers and matchmaking and the desyncing, people getting in the game, they have to fix it before this comes out. If they put stuff in the game store and the battle pass comes out and the microtransaction store keeps flipping and the season 1 comes out and they still be bad, man. It's going to be bad. I'm of the mindset that if the heroes was clones, the outfits would be purple and not shut their eyes. And the mindset that if the heroes was clones, their outfits would be purple, not shut their eyes. I'm trying to think. I think they could wear the I mean, that's what their faces were all messed up. You know what I mean? Oh, just their eyes. Not just their eyes. Their mindsets and the way they looked visually. Obviously, you don't want Superman to be like this purple Superman the first time you see him, right? Because that's a dead giveaway. As a storyteller, you want to make it believable that Superman that you're fighting is Superman, right? You want to leave all the stuff out there for people to go, oh, that is Batman. That is Superman. And we killed them. Lackluster deaths, plus the audio logs, plus the clues, plus the dialogue, it pulls. So the people that are not paying attention, I think those are the real guys. And I think the people that are paying attention go, yeah, those are clones. Or those are not the real guys. Clones, dimensions, copycats, whatever you want to. Is that feasible, though? Is what feasible, Dark? Fixing the servers? I would hope so. That Scarecrow minigun looks fire in the image. Yeah, let's get a closer look on that. Their weapons are great. The weapons that they have are fantastic. I'm looking forward to. They have the loop. They have the loop. They have to start peeling back the onion a little bit more on the story to let people to know, right? And again, this is just my belief. This is just one episode of the comic book. The comic book that we got, issue number 1, was called Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now number 2 could be, episode 2 could be Scarecrow of Faith, whatever, you know what I mean? And it's Scarecrow's episode now. Suicide Squad, Scarecrow Adventures, whatever the fuck it is, you know what I mean? They'll fix the server season 8, and that'll be too late. Well, at least there'll be a season 8. Trying to look at the hindsight there. Oh, yeah, you're saying there's going to be a season 8. You're saying there's a season 8, Water. I'll take it. Here's another thing I have. Okay, so let me turn the game back on for a second. This will be the last thing, and then I got to go. Okay, when you look at the when you look at the map is going to get really cluttered, right? Like, look at it right now. Okay, right now we have this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, on top of that, you have other things on here. You got these and this, right? You got these things all over the place, right? Now, next season, all this stuff's going to be on the map. All this stuff's going to be on the map. Okay? So then they're going to add 6 more things, right? There's going to be the strongholds. There's going to be other types of game modes on here. So you're going to have Finite Crisis stuff on here. Then you're going to have the other ones. And then it's going to turn into, you guys ever play Forza Horizon? You ever play Forza Horizon? And you zoom out on that map and you see all the fucking things all over the map? That's what it's going to turn into. Because Season 3, Season 4, they're going to keep bringing more stuff in. This map's going to get real cluttered real fast. Okay? Real cluttered real fast. Unless the map's expanding and they're doing different things. Unless, like, the new stuff is only in the new area, which could be. They need to start thinking about the UI scenario here and changing. Right? They need to figure out something because it's going to get really complicated. And I don't want to walk around the map and go, okay, I want to do this. I want to click on the side where these things are right here and just click the mission. Instead of going around the map going, where is that? Where is it here? Is it here? They just need to put that on the side once all that stuff comes out. Maybe choose a season map. Yeah, I think what they're going to do is I believe. Again, I'm just taking shots in the dark based on other things, right? Like Division 2 and stuff. Like when the New York campaign came in, it was a new area, new map, new environment, right? And they had all that stuff in that map. So if I want to go play the Season 1 content, the new playable environment, okay, I don't know how big that's going to be. Is it going to be Metropolis, but in that time frame? Like, think about that. Again, I don't want to hype anyone up or anything, right? Is it going to be the map that we have of Metropolis, but now it's a new playable area, but it's Joker's Land in that. And then you go choose that, like you're saying, like Season 1, Season 2 type of stuff. I don't know. Just a thought process. Just a thought process. It's not going to be on the same map / area. Hopefully. There are NPCs with the Hoja that also can talk about the seasons. Be where they change the map version. True. Hopefully they get some stuff. Right, Eclipse. Right. The wait for Season 1 is going to feel like forever. Well, it's probably like 4 weeks from now, 5 weeks from now. If it's like mid. Mr. Luke was in chat earlier saying the rumor is like mid-March. Well, I'm gonna reach back out to Miller because he said he'll come back on the show. I think we'll wait probably till after, maybe right before Season 1 or right after Season 1, and we'll get him back on the show and talk to him more. All right. I love talking about this stuff. I appreciate everyone coming out and hanging out with us in the mornings. We play video games. I love looters, shooters. We're going to be playing the First Descendant. We're going to be playing Transformers. We're going to be playing Outlaws, Star Wars when it comes out. We play different games all the time. If you're new to my channel, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We do morning shows like this from 10 o'clock in the morning to about 1. We talk about news, have conversations. Not scripted. I literally read stories, banter back and forth with you guys. Chat is 100% part of this. I do appreciate you very much for coming out and giving me your time because I know you could watch and be anywhere else. We also do live shows. We do uploads. So if you missed this 3-hour show and you didn't want to watch the bits and pieces, I break out some of these videos as separate entities as a separate video so you can watch those videos. If you like what we do here, like I said, hit that like button, hit the subscribe. If you'd like to become a member as little as $5. And if you like any of the other stuff that we're doing, the live shows, the podcast, the uploads, go check out some of our other videos. I appreciate it very much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.